kick is up, and it is long enough, and it is good. Adam Vinatieri, at age 45, drills one from 57 yards out.
Kept alive by Oladipo, and Sabonis with a left hand.
John, I have never been better to be on the air with you here in Indianapolis, a place where so many of my dreams have come true.
The Ride with JMV, FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
We got so much basketball conversation today, rest of the week. Let's go ahead and get on it now. Draft coming up on Thursday. You got this past weekend that had a blockbuster that you knew it was coming. What have I said all along? I mean, a team like the Lakers in the NBA, you just snap your fingers and you go from crap house to penthouse in a second. Now, supposedly, but it can be done. You're a team like the Pacers just trying to navigate, and you make bad picks. You make a bad selection in free agency. It has lasting effects that's difficult to dig out of. That's why I've said all along that this Pacer task is the most challenging of any other teams in the NBA. Oh, and I got to hear what about the Lakers? How challenging is that? They are still in L.A. They're in Southern California. They're the Lakers. You get turmoil with the franchise's all-time great who just bails all of a sudden. You got Rob Lowe's lookalike seemingly running things there. You got 19 different head coaches that are probably going to try to swipe the real head coach's job at some point, being Frank Vogel. Bring all these different guys, but still, you're L.A. New York might be a bit of a different story, but still it is New York, and that's a hell of a selling point, even though they might have had as bad a week and a half as maybe even Golden State when you think about it. I mean, Golden State losing players, and the Knicks, in the process of Golden State losing players, the Knicks are also losing players, whether it's Kevin Durant or the possibility of Anthony Davis, which is a couple of things we'll get into over the course of the afternoon. We're going to talk to Ryan Carr, player personnel director of the Pacers, coming up at the 5 o'clock hour. He's been in on all the workouts, 18 overall coming up on Thursday. And I wish I knew. I think the only thing that I was going with is I believe that's going to draft, if he's available there, Jalen Noel of Washington. I think he's going to be drafted in the second round. But for the first round, I don't know. I mean, there's really nothing at 18 that sticks out, is there? And really nothing when you roll the dice that you expect. There's not a lot to expect right there. And it's funny because you're a Pacer team that you really got to start expecting it. It's like with TJ Leaf, you're going to expect it this year. With Aaron Holiday, you have to expect it this year. I know he's just 1 year removed, but you have to start expecting it at that draft pick. If you're always going to draft in that slot, then you have to start expecting it. I'm not in on whoever they draft at 18 has to get in there and has to make a huge difference or be known, whatever. Rotational guy. But you would like to think it wouldn't take as long as it's taken right now, for example, TJ Leaf. I mean, hell, nobody knows. And if you do know, it's probably the negative that you know. But being rotational, filling out this roster, and helping it grow is essential for guys that were drafted in this area. I think we all probably believe in Aaron Holiday. There's probably not a lot of people that believe in TJ Leaf out there, but frankly, he's going to have to get it done. Yeah, he just will. So we can hit that. I want to hit everything on the Pacers. There's a lot of interesting stuff because you got the whole Anthony Davis and, what New Orleans gets. I guess New Orleans. I mean, whatever New Orleans gets will probably want to leave in like a year anyway. I've never really understood it either because New Orleans looks like a great place to be. If I wanted to be a professional, I think New Orleans would be a great place to be. But it seems like somebody gets down there and figures out in about a year or two that they don't want to be there any longer. Maybe what I see, maybe my enjoyment of Cajun Creole and seafood all mixed together in one hell of a big party, maybe that just doesn't matter to some. Certainly they do not have a history of winning too much. They have been blessed with some, how should I put this, some butthole-ish kind of situations, though, in the past, haven't they? When you think about it, I mean, the Chris Paul stuff in the day, remember David West was down there once upon a time. From all this has transpired with Anthony Davis, and now you're going to have to deal with Lonzo Ball might be down the road a really nice player, but he's not worth the type of headache. And I guess his dad wasn't a headache this past year because nobody really cared this past year about what he had to say. And then, I mean, today ESPN just embarrasses itself by putting this clown on there, and he starts rattling off. There's nothing worse than letting somebody on TV or radio that is just saying a bunch of BS that they really, truly don't believe. Seriously, 30 seconds. I'm flying by. And between that clown and ESPN completely embarrassing itself by putting him on, and then Max Kellerman saying, Chip, 5 times, I was out. Done. Nothing here. I just kind of wanted to hear, all right, so who's going here? And I kind of wanted to see if anybody would bring up Bojan or anybody might bring up Julius Randle. And I know nobody cares right now because you're going for what you think everybody wants. But you know what? When you didn't put this guy on TV, the guy went away. Hell, I don't know. Lonzo Ball might end up being freaking Michael Jordan, but I wouldn't want the guy around because then all of a sudden people start asking his dad crap. And there's nothing worse than somebody just saying a bunch of BS. And they don't really believe it. And everybody giggling about it. Oh, yeah, funny. Stephen A. is giggling, yeah. I'm going to ask the tough questions. Well, I mean, you feel comfortable in asking the tough questions because you know the guy next to you is full as much BS as you are. And everybody's going to laugh it off. That's embarrassing. It is. 30. I get that from 30 seconds, too. 30. I was embarrassed for myself. 30 seconds. We'll jump back to that. Listen, Lonzo Ball may be great, but I wouldn't want him anywhere near, not sniffing near anything. Need to go where his brother played in Lithuania or wherever, where Jeff Goodman was for like 3 months. Hold up. Anyway, we can discuss that. Hey, here's one thing, and both Kyle and I were talking about this before the start of the show. All of a sudden now, you get all these moves being made, and you're hearing Bojan's name a lot more. Now you're hearing Bojan's name with the Lakers, right? And he is the one guy that Kevin Pritchard came on this show and said that he absolutely wanted back. Not in so many words, but you know that to be true. And we were talking last week about San Antonio and their level of interest, and maybe with Bobby Marks on the show last Monday, maybe wanting to do some type of sign and trade. DeMar DeRozan's name was mentioned last week on this show. Now you got the Lakers. The Lakers apparently may be looking for some type of shooting. Now, at some point, they probably will run out of money, I would guess. I mean, they're going to have 3 really good players, and then I probably could get a roster spot at the very end at some point, I would imagine, for like $5.50 an hour. I would take it. It's okay. Yeah, $5.50 an hour, you got me. But it's funny. I mean, everybody, oh my, what a mess. And it may never figure itself out, and hopefully for the soap opera angle it doesn't, but you can never count them out because it's much easier. I guess it's easier twofold, right? It's easier to just snap your fingers and turning around and have success, as easy as it might be to just completely foobar it, as this organization has been doing. Twofold, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of the way that it's looking. So you got the Bojan interest coming from the Lakers, the Bojan interest coming from the Spurs. You got Julius Randle, who's going to be on the free agent market. And before anybody goes, well, I don't know about that, you got to look at, I'd be honest with you, I wasn't paying too much attention to the Pelicans last year to see what Julius Randle did, but he did average over 21 points a game, and he did start shooting the three. And he only shot it at, 34%? But he started shooting it more. He did do that. So somebody asked me via Twitter, and I'm sure I'll get these questions all day long, so what do you think about this? I certainly would entertain it. I would entertain it because he can score. I'm entertaining some scoring here. I mean, the whole defensive thing, fine, but you got to be able to score. We saw way, and I'm not just putting this all on where you got to go out and get this guy and your problems are solved. But we saw way too many times over this past year with this Pacer team where they would just go into lulls, mostly coming out of the half, mostly in the third quarter. But there were some memorable malfunctions offensively in the fourth quarter, in the second quarter. They just went through extended periods of time when they couldn't throw it in Lake Indiana, which is where we are right now, Lake Indiana. You go vacation at Lake Indiana. You guys all thought you didn't live on waterfront property. Now you do. Because it won't stop raining. It's funny, we always kind of live in the moment, right? And I remember many summers in the past when it's not as hot as I want it to be, and I go, you know what, worst summer of all time. This might be approaching the worst summer of all time. Maybe the worst weekend weather year of all time. We've had legitimately maybe 2 or 3 weekends since the turn of the calendar where it hasn't been snowing or raining on the weekend. This is legit. Oh, man. And then over the weekend was terrible. And it's still raining. I'm going to have to get my guys at the mower shop because you're all going to need the Toro like I have to get after your lawn once you're able to get back on your lawn. Because that thing's going to look like a damn jungle. I just feel bad because Kyle's built a new house and they were supposed to lay down the sod. This might have been the most perfect time in the world for your home builder to lay the sod down, and they didn't lay the sod down in time. What a bunch of numbnuts. Who do I blame for that? Can you get the sod down in time, and now you're going to have to use sprinklers and things? Can you imagine? Anyway, we can discuss that. Hey, the soccer team, the women's soccer team in France, I love the celebration because everybody's whining and crying about them celebrating. You got to dial it down against Thailand. Too much celebration, too much scoring. Everybody's always got some kind of big burr up their butt. Oh, how could we do this? I know how, because you just scored a goal in the World Cup and it's fun, right? It's fun. Anybody get the fun in it? Was it the Lloyd? Carly Lloyd, was it her that scored, and then she did a little golf clap and was shaking hands like a bunch of you stiff asses out there want them to do? Well, that's a great goal there. Way to go. like we're watching something from 1940. Oh, tip of the cap to you. Way to go, young lady. Dorks. You imagine? Think about yourself for a moment scoring a goal in the World Cup. Listen, I don't care if it's against Thailand. I don't care if it's against Mooresville. You know how fun that would be to score a goal in the World Cup? And I still get that. My timeline is full, just loaded with it. Did you see how Germany did it? They celebrated the right way. I mean, who the hell's to say you celebrated the right way? Gary Woodland yesterday was fun to watch. I don't normally sit down and watch a great deal of golf, and I will say this, because it was on the West Coast, it was easier because you could sit down and watch it in prime time, and that was fun. But he was manly out there yesterday because Koepka was coming at him. And I admire anybody that yanks out the 3-wood and hits it that far. I love the 3-wood. I'm not the biggest golfer in the world, but by God, I love pulling out the 3-wood and hitting one stiff. Now, it always depends on what direction it might be going, but yeah, that was money right there. I'll tell you another thing, too. I know everybody makes fun of Joe Buck and everybody makes fun of Fox, and, when they cover golf, it's just kind of a big joke. I thought they did a great job. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention enough. Maybe I don't watch golf coverage enough to truly get it. But I thought it was just fine. I admired old Joe Klatt, the quarterback, the college analyst who was out there doing interviews too. That's pretty sweet. I like it. I love it when guys move around and do different things that's outside of, their point of emphasis background-wise. I love that. Like me, if I ever switch over and start doing some politics, yeah, just like that. Yeah, me'd be switching over and doing some music or something like that, doing some movies. Probably not doing politics. I'd have enough of about all of you in 5 seconds. I see it daily. My Facebook, again, is loaded with it every day. Somebody just pissing and moaning about something. This is what this person said, and this is why I'm angry. So the draft coming up on Thursday. We got a busy week getting you there, too. Look at my man's got Anything Goes written up there at 5:30 already, and I forgot to mention it. I think we did. It was a record last week. I think we went 5 consecutive days with Anything Goes. That was impressive. Really impressive. So we got that coming up at 5:30. See you, Todd. Ryan Carr is going to talk about a lot of things. One thing I do want to ask him about is we got a friend here. You got a friend. If we have a friend, you have a friend, right? We have a friend named Dylan Wendler who is working out for the Golden State Warriors tomorrow. I mean, right up against it. They played, throughout. So they're getting these last workouts in, and he's out in the Bay Area coming up tomorrow, and he's going to work out for the Warriors. And it's been about a month or so back when Dylan worked out for the Pacers, and I was there, and I know he did a great job, and I know what they felt about him. They're not going to pick him at 18, but I want to get his thoughts on where he may end up going and how he's been doing from what these guys all hear everything, from what they have heard through the workouts. I'm really excited for him. Getting the opportunity maybe to get drafted before the end of round number 1. Well, let me see it then. Come here. It's all right. I'm not going to put you on the air. Somebody call me. Well, giggle. Yeah, it's just one of those bot calls. Let's go back down there. You guys get I get bot calls all the time. Not butt calls, but bot calls. You just get somebody and they're trying to sell you something. When did that become legal again? And how do I get out of it? Why I got on 19 different no-call lists and I still get called. No, you're all good right now. Go ahead. Anyway, Ryan Carr is going to join us coming up at the 5 o'clock hour. He's going to have a lot of info about everybody they brought in, expectation at 18, what they might be thinking, and we'll take a look at some of the players and see how far he can go in talking about some of these guys. But if you guys are asking me, I would entertain thoughts on Julius Randle. There is no doubt. Hell, I sat here last week and I'm entertaining thoughts on DeMar DeRozan. What did I say? All of a sudden now you're hearing a lot more about what? You're hearing a lot more about Bojan Bogdanovic. And that probably doesn't bode well. Unless you can work out some type of sign and trade, which I think is going to be essential. I don't know if this is a situation where you can just let a dude go to let a dude go. So we'll talk about that with Ryan, not that with Ryan Carr, but other stuff with Ryan Carr coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. I have tickets to give away. This is inside the Deluxe. The Deluxe is down below at the Murat Old National Center. It is Buck Cherry. If you've been to a strip club lately, you probably heard their music. You surely have. Because it has been a staple for about 15 years. But they entertain. They entertain. They've got Lit Up, they've got Crazy B, and they're going to be up close and personal with you. I think that's next week, right? Next week, inside the Deluxe Old National Center. Buck Cherry tickets will give away over the course of the afternoon. We got the Backyard Bourbon broadcast. We're going to be in somebody's backyard on Friday. I've got to thank everybody. You guys have absolutely flooded the inbox. I mean, to record proportions, and I thank you so much because I know it takes a lot. I mean, we kind of invade your space here, and we give you about 4 days warning. Hey, here we come, and I'm bringing a bunch of liquor and food and water, and you got to have 30 friends, and we're going to do it. And there's a lot to be done. That's just not like handing over tickets. But overwhelming. It makes me feel good because you guys want to party with me. Because there was a point in time in the day where I was wondering if anybody ever wanted to party with me. And that goes to show you when you have the right friends and you hang with the right friends, how much people would not mind partying with you. So Randy and Brent and Larceny of Evan Williams and my guys Joe, John, and Dennis of Connecticut and Wings, etc. You guys turned me into Mr. Party. But we will draw for that, and we're going to go to somebody's backyard coming up on Friday. So we're going to have – Friday is going to be interesting because I'm sure we'll end up having the draft pick, whoever that might be. We'll have Dylan Windler on wherever he goes, and I don't know if we're going to get Pritchard on. I'm assuming – I don't know when he's going to do it. I don't know if he's going to wait until after free agency is officially underway and they're doing – I don't know how that's going to work. But we'll have a lot of stuff broadcasting live from your backyard coming up on Friday. Just you and 30 of your friends, all that's necessary. All right, 239-1070. Email address is jmv@1070thefan.com. Like any of my ideas? I'm telling you, you're right. ESPN embarrassed. I didn't say that until today because I saw 30 seconds of it today. And they just let this guy go on there and be a damn clown. I mean, it was just being, I know that they've done that in the past, but this was just like OJ joining Twitter and then immediately getting 500,000. What the hell's wrong with everybody? Did you follow OJ this weekend? And then OJ said, what did he say in that initial video that he's got a lot of getting even to do?
He's got to get even with some people.
Jesus.
Don't mess with OJ.
God. Which today is the anniversary, is it not? I mean, it's one of those moments where we remember exactly where we were. I was in preparation to go out for a fun night, and all of a sudden I'm watching KTLA's cameras flying over the 105 or the 5 or whatever the hell in Southern California, and the white Bronco. How many followers does he have right now, O.J. Simpson? I mean, should we not be embarrassed as a society because of that?
He's up to 663,000
He's got 663,000 followers. Why? Why? I mean, hell, I often wonder why I have 56. I don't know why you guys want to follow. Seriously. But OJ? I think I'd rather follow maybe just like a bucket full of pee or something. Seriously. There has to be one of those on Twitter, too. Is there a handle, bucket full of pee? I think I would rather follow that. Societies are always astounding us. All right, other side, 239-1070. Email address, jmv@1070thefan.com. Ryan Carr of the Pacers, their director of player personnel. At 5, about a lot of things. Anything goes at 5:30 with you about everything. Buck Cherry, and a lot more for you. Busy Monday where, last check, it might be raining where you are, which is a big surprise. Back with you next.
You know you work well together as a team. Now take your team to Royal Pen and make your next corporate event fun and affordable. Royal Penn Leisure Centers offer the perfect combination of food and fun for your next group event. At Royal Penn, you don't have to be a super athlete to have a blast. Everyone's on the team when you're bowling. Bowling is a fun, affordable way to socialize and compete with your colleagues. Create team spirit without meetings, reports, or deadlines. Just good times. And keep in mind, it's always cool in our non-smoking facilities. To get the ball rolling, call Royal Penn today at 465-8484 and we'll organize your next corporate event. Get ready to trade in your wingtips and heels for a pair of bowling shoes and have fun bowling.
Set 'em up, knock 'em down, send 'em flying, spinning round.
For more information, call 465-8484 or look us up at royalpin.com.
Royal Penn bowling, bowling. Royal Penn.
When it comes to wings, everybody knows size does matter. And no one knows it better than Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. Wings Etc. has the biggest, meatiest, award-winning jumbo wings in town. Choose from 22 signature wing sauces, including our crazy hot habanero-based wall sauce. And it doesn't stop at jumbo wings. Wings Etc.'s size does matter half-pound lunch specials are available weekdays from 11 till 2. Huge entrees like premium made-to-order burgers, grilled chicken wraps, pulled pork and tenderloin sandwiches, and traditional or boneless wings. Want to grab a brew or mixed drink while you watch the game? Check out our daily beer and cocktail specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at to-go.wingsetc.com. All your favorite menu items available from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. Good food, great times. And online ordering at to-go.wingsetc.com.
Visit our 12 Indianapolis area locations and find us online at wingsetc.com.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ever look at your paycheck and think, there's gotta be a better way? Well, here's some news. There is, and I can show it to you. I'm Paula Sajan, star of A&E's hit TV show, Flip This House. My brother and I have taught thousands of people how to start making money in real estate. Now, it's your turn. Next week, we're conducting a free 2-hour educational workshop right here in the Indianapolis area, where you'll hear about my proven flipping systems that help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time using other people's money, and how to get started flipping the script by putting money in your pocket with income opportunities. Real estate is a powerful tool that has made millions of people wealthy, but you can't start making your first dollar until you take your first step. Come to my free workshop and take advantage of this amazing opportunity. It can mean a lifetime of financial security.
To get 2 free tickets to Paul's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also reserve a free copy of Paul's Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
Hey, Johnny, for 1 hour heating and air conditioning. Hey, what did I tell you? This has been a great 5+ days to have the experts of 1 hour heating and air conditioning come out to your place to make sure your cooling unit is working the way that it should, because if there's been anything, you probably aren't cranking on the coolness in your home to make that bad boy a meat locker like you normally would. It's still humid out there, don't get me wrong, but I think you know what I mean, right? So get the experts out there just to make sure that your HVAC system is going to do what it should, because you don't want to find out at the absolute wrong time that your cooling unit's not ready for prime time. You're just not. And the wrong time is 95 degrees, a humidity around 100, and then, hey, you know, I gotta come out here because I don't think this is working. No. House is getting all hot on the inside.
Do it right now. Now's a great time. It's 844-1-HOUR. The experts at 1 hour heating and air conditioning. 844-1-HOUR today.
We're approaching the halfway point of 2019, and if you need new transportation, you really need to find a new road to Penske Chevrolet. Now, you can take the old road, 96th Street or Keystone Avenue, and where they intersect, you're going to find great deals and great service. Now, here's just a couple of examples. Get a sign-and-drive lease on the 2019 Equinox for just $229. This is a 36-month lease at 10,000 miles a year. Now, if you'd rather buy one, Penske is taking 20% off MSRP. CJ Smith and Brett Rosie for all the details. The Silverado is so hot right now, General Motors is investing millions to increase the production of the Fort Wayne plant. And when Penske's offering a $199 lease on the Silverado LD or 0% financing for 84 months, you can see why. Penske also has 2019 Colorados and Traverses at 15% off and 20% off the all-electric 2019 Chevy Bolt. If you'd rather finance the Bolt, get 0% for 72 months and a $1,250 rebate. No matter how you do it, find your way to Penske Chevrolet, 96th and Keystone, or online at PenskeChevyIndy.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly. I'm always being asked, hey Ryan, what is your favorite type of loan? And I gotta tell you, there's something so special about helping a veteran get into their dream home. And that's why we created the Hero Loan. At Hero.loan, you'll never pay for an appraisal. We do all the VA paperwork for you, and we close VA loans in as little as 14 days. Get pre-approved today with our 5-minute loan approval, only available at Hero.loan. The Homeowners Expert LLC and NMLS number 1326241.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on select in-stock tires. Details in store. Offer good through July 7th. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Want to go to this year's ESPYs? How about play in an Apex Legends Pro-Am event with 2 big names? The Fan and ESPN Radio want to send you to the ESPYs. Go to ebay.com/ESPN to donate for your chance to win. It all benefits the V Foundation for Cancer Research.
It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
Go to ebay.com/ESPN for more information and complete rules. From FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Oh, wait just a minute. Did anybody knock anymore?
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
All right, so right now, I blank you not here. And I don't want you to break away because it's not worth your time and your effort, but the NBA show on ESPN called The Jump, you got Rachel Nichols, Ramona Shelburne, and Scottie Pippen interviewing LaMelo Ball about how he plans to play this year in Australia. How embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for everybody up there. What the hell's wrong? ESPN, God. How embarrassing is that? Yeah, I mean, everybody that rips on, like, is it the Le Batard show? I guarantee you the Le Batard show doesn't have any of the Ball family on. But I bet you Mike and whatever his name is, they will. That's why you get a morning show that's a local here. Good for you guys. Well done. God. Whew. Hey, by the way, tip of the cap to everybody I saw at Italian Fest on Friday. It was fun while it was crowded. And I went over and saw our guy Dom over at Iria's. Had a good time. I had to watch Tony go to work a little bit. Hey, Kyle, man, he's not afraid to do anything. Good Lord. Woo! Christy saw it. Laney saw it. We all saw it right there. Hey, by the way, too, and this is true before anybody jumps on me for not saying it, I did remember that today is my 19th wedding anniversary. And I did get a gift. I didn't need anybody's help. I didn't need a reminder. I appreciate the reminders, but I didn't need it. I was right on top of it. And I know to my wife, Christy, that 19 years probably in her years would equate to about 190. But as I reminded everybody on Facebook, I'm really good, really, really good at boiling pasta, at remembering to buy toilet paper, and sorting socks. All 3 of those categories. What do they say now that's cool? I check the boxes. I check the boxes of all those categories. 19 years. So this day, 19 years ago, you would not believe, getting ready to be married. Man, we all had Flask. I had 15 of my friends, 15 of her friends. Got married in the Venetian in Las Vegas. It was a great time. And I think I was. I mean, I'm not going to say, well, you're drunk, and that's why I got married. No, I was having a great time is why I was drunk. So that's why I was having a great time. My friends were everybody was having a great time. We were all drinking. We drink to celebrate. So, no. Happy 19th. Happy 19th. And I am sure she deserves better. But happy 19th. That is today. And to all those that reached out to remind me of that, you guys are the best. Seriously, I've got the best listeners of anybody. I mean, a very, very small number of jackholes. And, I mean, even as a jackhole, you're not that bad. And I just got some really good folks that listen and participate and join, and I appreciate that more than you know. Because I'm getting at the point in time, like I'm hitting the half-century mark coming up here in about 6 months. And there's going to be a point in time when I'm very seriously going to be running on empty of having to deal with jackholes. Thank you. I appreciate it. John's at 239-1070. John, you're on the show. How are you?
Well, first and foremost, congratulations to you and your missus for lasting 19 years.
19 years, baby.
I've had about 4 divorces in that time frame, so congratulations.
Yeah, you're going the other direction there, but whatever feels good to you, brother.
Right, well, congrats anyway. But this thing with OJ, I saw that over the weekend too, and I was watching his follower count just grow by the thousands, literally, just every few minutes. And I flashed back to just like when you mentioned earlier, you remember where you was when the chase happened. I think it was on every TV and every bar, everywhere, every department store. But that dude, even when he got busted with the paraphernalia, trying to take back his stuff, and he was caught red-handed, you had half the country thought he was guilty, the other half didn't. As long as this dude is upright and talking, he's going to have millions flock to him. Like it's just, I don't get it. I don't understand it. We all know what he got away with. I mean, just because he was found not guilty does not mean he's innocent. But I don't understand why people hang on every word this man says. Like, I don't get it.
then he always ends up saying the wrong thing. It's amazing. It is amazing.
Right.
It is.
Didn't he write a book that said it was like hypothetically if I did it? And like I think the Goldman family ended up getting all the proceeds from that book. Basically, he told on himself via an author that this is how I would have done it. And I mean, I just don't understand the fascination with this guy.
You know what's funny about it is it goes to show you overall just how phony the dude was. I mean, he was so incredibly phony, and then it just kind of covered up the complete jackass that he is. But yeah, it is amazing.
Exactly.
It is. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but then to keep getting, we're talking a few generations now have joined this, and it's still the same way. Like, wow, okay, you're good, gotcha, right on.
I know.
But anyway, congrats to you and the missus, man.
John, that's
Love the
very
show.
nice of you. Thank you very much. Hey, look, all of a sudden, Bucket OP has joined the Twitterverse with 1 tweet, 0 followers, and is following nobody, but Bucket OP is on here. You know what? In honor of Never Ever... I love the picture here. The cover picture, by the way, is asparagus. That's just awesome. I am going to follow. I'm going to be the first to follow Bucket of P here. In honor of not following OJ, or not, as Michael Florence put it, people love a train wreck, not wanting to care about the train wreck that is this clown, I am going to be the first to follow Bucket OP. That's at Bucket P. And let's raise a glass for Bucket OP to be very informative. Thank you. I'm the first to follow. This is from Greg. Hey, JMV. Sports Illustrated has Dylan Windler going 28 to the Warriors. That'd be great. That'd be great. He is working out there tomorrow. We were talking over the weekend, and I said, this is one thing I still don't do right. Like, I remembered my anniversary without anybody reminding me of it, but I still can't do anything. So, like, I think I tweeted at him, or check that. I think I sent him 2 texts today that were meant for somebody else. I do that all the time. Then I have to go back and go, oh, ha, ha, ha. Sorry about that. So, yeah, he's in Golden State coming up tomorrow. A last-minute workout, it seems. It's from Carlos. JMV, I read a Yahoo article that said if the Nets sign Kyrie Irving, then D'Angelo Russell is gone, and that would be interesting. It would, and I'd be all for it here. I think he works great here. I think he works great alongside Vic here. I mean, this is not your day and age of having to have, the point guard, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Baloney. I think he would work great here. The problem is... Yeah, who knows? He may end up back in L.A. Hell, they're talking about him ending up back in L.A., the team that didn't want him, the team that punted him out of there. What do you think? And would you rather have Russell, DeRozan, or Bogdanović? I would rather have Russell. Of those three, I would rather have Russell. On record right now. That's nothing against Bogey. Nothing at all, but I would rather have Russell. What's Russell? Is Russell 25? Huh? Younger than 25. He's 23. DeRozan is 29, approaching 30, and Bogdanović is 30, and on the rise to 31. So, yeah. Carlos Russell, in a minute, he is a restricted free agent. We'll see how that plays a role, which I'm sure that it will. Richard sent me this. Hey, one reason, JMV, I feel Randall will be a target is because Pritchard almost traded PG for Randall and Clarkson 2 summers ago, suggesting the Pacers brass likes him a lot. Granted, this is assuming Thad leaves. That's probably a good assumption. And here's the difference. The Randall that you saw this year shot more threes. I mean, it wasn't, he wasn't shooting it like he was damn Rick Barry or anything, but he was shooting more threes. He had 195, shot around 34%, but he's like learning, right? And he's falling into, well, this is how the game is played, so I better get with the damn program. I'm on board with it. Do I need a break right here? Hey, Brett, hang on. Rob, hang on. Other side, we'll get to you guys. Ryan Carr at 5, anything goes, 5:30. It's Buck Cherry tickets at some point as well. And I got a lot of other stuff. I got like a serious page of stuff right here. Ready to unleash to the masses out there. Next.
Join us Thursday, July 4th for the IPL Downtown Freedom Fest. Kids will love the Royal Penn Entertainment Kids area with face painting, carnival games, and more. Details at 1070thefan.com.
Hey, it's Dan Doggett here for Window Nation's Summer Savings Event. Need new windows? Try buy one, get one free. Buy 2, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. There is no limit. Look, I know you like free. How about 0, 0, 0? Yep. Make 0 down payment, make 0 payments, and 0 interest, all for 12 months. Any style, vinyl and wood, all colors, all engineered for the specific climates that we live in. All buy one, get one free. Plus, Window Nation will come out to your home within 24 hours, 7 days a week to accommodate your busy schedule and provide you with exact pricing, not just an estimate. A price with a 30-day price protection guarantee. And all Window Nation windows come with a true lifetime warranty, plus over 10,000 positive online reviews. But you got to act fast. This amazing deal won't be around long. Call 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. Remember, 0, 0, 0. 0 down payment, 0 payment, 0 interest for 12 months.
A nagging cough, an itchy rash, a slippery bathroom rug, a terrible tumble off a bike. For life's unexpected illnesses and injuries that don't require a trip to the ER, get the care you need really fast. Visit one of the Franciscan Express Care locations. No appointment necessary. Just walk right in 7 days a week. Get in, get out, get better. To find a location near you, visit franciscanexpresscare.org. Franciscan Health, inspiring health.
I'm Drew. I think freedom and financial stability go hand in hand.
At KeyBank, we believe it's never too early to start thinking about making financial progress.
As a college student, I run into a lot of expenses, so having a bank that helps me to manage my personal finances helps a lot.
KeyBank's digital tools help you make, then manage your budget, so you always know where you stand.
Budgeting your money isn't always the easiest thing, but by using the KeyBank mobile app and seeing where your money's being spent on a regular basis, it allows you to establish the amount of money that you can put towards different things. And that's more money that you can spend on things that you care about. To have freedom to spend your money the way you want to, the only way you can do that is by being financially stable.
Get $300 when you open a qualifying checking account and set up direct deposit. Offer details at key.com/get300 or your local branch. Must be enrolled in online banking to use the mobile app. Message and data rates from your wireless provider may apply. KeyBank is member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Tony Kanan.
And I'm Chuck Jones with Bill Esther Chevrolet.
Chuck, is it quiet this month without the sound of racing?
Oh no, TK. We have a huge summer sale going on.
What does that mean, Chuck?
We have all new Chevys priced to go and 0% interest for up to 84 months.
That's huge.
And we also have up to $4,000 more for your trade.
So where do I get the best deal this summer?
Find new roads to Bill Estes Chevrolet or online at BillEstesChevy.com. Just ask for the TK deal.
When Heidi Andrews worked at another jewelry store and heard all the great things about Diamonds Direct, she thought it had to be too good to be true.
I didn't believe it at first. I thought maybe it was all talk. But, I definitely had clients that would come over and they would show me the receipts. I was like, wow, you got a really great deal and it's a beautiful piece. Good job. I had a little Diamonds Direct envy. I was very jealous.
That's when Heidi knew she had to leave the ordinary store and follow her customers to Diamonds Direct, where she can now offer more of everything, especially more value.
I have more to offer all of my clients in terms of any designer they need, any custom they need, any diamonds they need, any gemstones they need. We have it all. We have it at the best prices. We have it at the best quality. Here at Diamonds Direct, things are not too good to be true. Everything is true. When we say it, we give it to you, and you get exactly what you're asking for, or more.
Diamonds Direct. It's all true. Come see for yourself. Get hours, location, and directions at diamondsdirect.com.
For a great time on the water, take a midweek staycation at Four Winds Lakeside in Marina on beautiful Lake Monroe. From wave runners to pontoon boats, Four Winds has over 50 rental boats for a super fun day on the water. While you're there, enjoy hiking, mini golf, and heated indoor-outdoor pool. Book that midweek staycation today. 3 nights for just $249. You can book online at fourwindslakeside.com or call 812-824-BOAT. Four Winds Lakeside in Marina. Tell them JMV sent.
It's exciting when a company grows to give its community and others around it a product that they can be proud of. It's even more exciting when that company expands to our community. Yoder Oil is now delivering unleaded and premium diesel fuels to Indianapolis. Now for Indianapolis industries that rely on lubricant products like Citgo, Mystic, and Clarion lubricants and fuel, it's good to know they could now order from a company that's been growing for over 80 years. Get to know Yoder Oil just a bit better. Just click on yoderoil.com.
I'm always being asked, hey Ryan, what is your favorite type of loan? And I gotta tell you, there's something so special about helping a veteran get into their dream home. Hero.loan.
The NTT IndyCar Series battles Road America. Sunday at noon on FM 107.5, The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Well, you're going to have to say that. You're going to have to speak up because I can't hear you.
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
This summer sucks. Oh. I'm sorry, that's Maroon 5. It's not my version of it. Sucks. JMV, Russell was an elite passing ability and could help Miles. Look up the video with he and Jared Allen. Yeah, listen, I'm right on board with that. I am completely on board with it. It's going to be tough because there's going to be a pecking order, and you wonder where the Pacers might be in that. And it's not like I'm just sitting here and telling everybody that. I mean, this is something that Kevin has talked about before. You have to be better when you're the Pacers compared to LA. I mean, you can't make these egregious errors in judgment and have front office turmoil and then turn around and all of a sudden crap yourself and there's Anthony Davis on your doorstep. So I'm right there with you. D'Angelo Russell, I think, would be great. Youth, scoring. You would have to think that we're talking about a dude that if, let's say, Kyrie Irving ends up going to Brooklyn, who has been one-upped again. I think you saw a chip on his shoulder in Brooklyn. We love chip on his shoulder dudes around here. Love them. Because I think we are them. We all have chips on our shoulder. I mean, anytime anybody says anything about the state of Indiana, and I wouldn't want to go there, that place sucks, fly over this and fly over that. I mean, we all get mad. You hear me every time anybody says anything about Greene County. Yeah, I don't say it works. I don't care. So, yeah. Because I'm not ultra sensitive. But I'm different. It's from Alexander. Do you think Vic is on the horn with some of these guys about to come here? I hope that somebody's on the horn. I hope somebody is. You got to sell by any means necessary. 239-1070. Brett is on line 1. Brett, thanks for joining the show. How are you?
Good. How you doing, JMV?
Great, Brett. Brett Crabtree. Hello.
Yes, sir. Hey, wanted to wish you a happy 19th anniversary.
Cool. Thank you.
And also get your thoughts. Would you take Nick Claxton or Nasser Little if you were available?
Yeah, I tell you what, Brett. I'm not a big fan of either, to be honest. There, especially Little. I probably should be, and I probably don't know enough. Certainly, for a guy at 18, where you're basically flipping a coin as to whether they're going to be somebody that you can utilize and will produce for you in the future, I should be a little bit more embracing. But I'm not right now. So.
That's fair enough.
And I'll be honest with you, Brett. That they need to turn this into something. I mean, it's like they need TJ Leaf to be something, and they need it this year. I mean, they need it because this is where you're consistently drafting in this neighborhood. But you got to have these guys at the very least to step up and be rotational type of guys. You just do, because further down the road, I mean, you're going to have Vic in a contract, and I don't know about Sabonis if he's still going to be here, but he's going. I mean, you're going to have to start paying some guys within, and you're going to have some of these guys that you draft step up and become rotational.
Yeah, I agree.
Or more so.
I agree.
Hey, Brett, thank you for the kind words, man.
Yeah. Good talking to you, JMV.
Right back at you, Brett. Thank you. I think Brett, once upon a time, was at one of our Backyard Bourbon broadcasts. I think he brought me some hooch. No, not in a bag. Hooch as in, it's alcohol. Didn't bring me any weed. I'm not a weed guy. I talk about being cool with it. I don't care. I don't want my kids around or anything like that, but I'd chew on a brownie or two if it made some of this arthritis BS and my knee go away in a second. Rob's at 239-1070. Rob, what do you got today, sir?
Hey, you know what I think? I think Mel Simon needs to sell the Pacers. Let's get us a good, aggressive owner in here. We're taking down, I mean, basically he's getting, Conseco or whatever it's called, Banker's Life, pretty much free. He's making money. He can't tell me. Open up the books. He's getting this, the same pie everybody else is. I mean, just go over.
Hey, Rob, man, let's do this for a moment, okay? Instead of asking Herb to sell the team right now, why don't we just go ahead and try to emphasize the issue and try to do the issue with what's going to happen Thursday and then next month? All right? Can we do that?
Open up the checkbook a little bit. Go over the salary cap just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he's never done that. But
you still have to make as good a decisions as. I mean, you still don't have a margin for error. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Listen,
that,
I'll be honest with you, Rob. There have been times where, and they have, and they wanted to, but it is tough for this market, Rob, to get an interview. Like any of these guys that we talk about, they're the elite level. I mean, hell, oftentimes you can't even get them to listen to your sales pitch.
Okay, all right.
You understand what I'm talking about there?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm just thinking that just open up the purse strings just a little bit. Go over just a little bit, maybe if you have to.
Rob, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. I got to live in the right now. All right. I mean, if everything goes belly up, foobar, and nothing's good, and we're all mad, then we'll talk about that later. JMV, I would say no to Claxton. I don't want to see Tom Crean show up for a grandstanding shooting clinic when Claxton can't hit a free throw. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right there. That's pretty awesome. That's exactly what I was looking for. Do I have time? I need to bail here. Hey, tell you what, Tim, can we get you on the other side? How about that? Buck Cherry tickets. All lit up again on the couch with my friends. Is that the lyric? Once upon a time, I was on the tour bus, and again, I've seen a lot of things, but that was different, right? That was different. That was back in 2006, I believe. I think these guys played the boogie down in Lawrence and Monroe County, the boogie they have with all the Harley guys down there. I think they played this in the past. They're going to be in the Deluxe, which is beneath. It's like a very intimate setting. Next week, I got tickets for you a little bit later on. So, Tim, John, we guys will bounce back to you in the 4 o'clock hour and get you set for Ryan Carr, who's going to join us at 5. Back with you next.
Want to go to this year's ESPYs? How about playing in an Apex Legends Pro-Am event with two big names? The Fan and ESPN Radio want to send you to the ESPYs. Go to ebay.com/ESPN to donate for your chance to win. It all benefits the V Foundation for Cancer Research.
It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
Go to ebay.com/ESPN for more information and complete rules. From FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
An effective defense often hinges on sophisticated strategies relating to income tax projections, business valuations, spousal support claims. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122, or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
Hey, I got the best for you right here. A new vehicle is what you're looking for. Heads up to Indiana's best. Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. I was over in Avon on Saturday. I cruised by Andy Moore Toyota. You've got 4+ acres of nothing but vehicles that you will love. And people that are there to help you out, like my man Ben Mendoza and Robert and Scott. I mean, people that can get you into the ride of your choice. Like right now, for example, the 2019 Toyota RAV4, $179 per month on a lease. How about that? We'll start right there. You can get to the Highlander, the Tacoma, the Camry. They're going to have something that you want at a great price and just fantastic people to deal with at Indiana's best. It's Andy Moore Toyota in Avon, 5 miles west of 465 on US 36.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. When mortgage interest rates drop this low and home values are rising at the fastest pace in over a decade, people want options. And at the Home Loan Expert office, that's exactly what we give you. We do conventional, jumbo, FHA, VA. We have loans with no down payment and no PMI. We also do loans where you don't have to verify any income. The 5-minute loan approval only available at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
Fast, reliable internet. Is that important to your business?
We couldn't work without it.
At Comcast Business, we go beyond fast with amazing solutions and a great deal.
What kind of solutions?
Well, how about automatic 4G LTE backup for complete reliability?
I like the sound of that. What else?
Powerful Wi-Fi that keeps your employees connected, and bandwidth you can allocate between your customers and employees.
I didn't know Comcast Business did that.
Oh, I'm not done yet. Advanced voice solutions at affordable prices. How about business TV that keeps customers entertained?
Okay, I'm convinced. But didn't you say something about a great deal?
Right now, get started with 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month for 2 years when you add 2 voice mobility lines and sign up for EcoBill and automatic payment. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Monthly service charge increases by $10 for unequal bill on pay offered 6/21/19. Restrictions applying to business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment taxes and fees extra subject to change back up and limited update hours.
Don't put up with a cranky old water heater. Time to get a new one and get happy. I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Replace your water heater with us and enjoy 24/7 service, local, licensed plumbers, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Plus, we'll give you a free 10-year warranty upgrade. That'll make you happy.
The local pros
Terms and tax may apply. License CP1010018.
You have Medicare and Indiana Medicaid? With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, you could be getting so much more. Anthem may provide up to $2,000 towards dental, $0 copays on many prescriptions, and up to $1,320 for over-the-counter healthcare items. Get more out of your Medicare and Medicaid coverage. Switch today. Call 866-649-8826. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is an HMO special needs plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Indiana Medicaid program. Enrollment in Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield depends on contract renewal.
I had prostate cancer.
A PSA may have saved his life. Ask your doctor about preventive screenings. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
This is Indy Sports Center. WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BD, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Hey, join me tomorrow. We got the ex-governor, current Purdue president, Mitch Daniels, going to join us, talk a lot about Purdue and the state of Indiana and different things. Also, Mike Chappell talking Colts and more. Join me tomorrow.
The Ride with JMV.
I want you out in front of the school with her. I'd like to have a few words with you, by God.
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
You're about to be caught in the rain again, by the way. Welcome back. It's about to rain again. I never really watched him before, but I saw I was watching a lot of Jacket Off Weather on Saturday, and the guy that created, at least for me, and I started this. All right, I started the craze that is known around here as Jacket Off Weather, and it was going down full-fledged late Saturday afternoon. And the guy that basically invented it around here was Chris Wright, and there he was, suit, coat, jacket off, telling us all that was going bad. It was a bad day. 9 tornadoes in all? One down there by my Eastern Green High School. Around Colleen. Over there by Ridgeport. Between Ellettsville and Spencer. Now the one in Beech Grove. And man, there was a lot of damage in Beech Grove. And of course, we're thinking about everybody over there. Everybody over there around Beech Grove and the school. Rush County. It was a bad weather day on Saturday. This is a bad deal. JMV at 1070thefan.com. JMV, I'm not sure Buck Cherry and intimate setting have ever been used in the same sentence before. Well, we're groundbreakers here, though, Jeremiah. Brett, who just called in, says that was definitely me who brought over the hooch. Enjoy the hooch. And unfortunately, according to reports, Toronto was just involved in just a massive parade. But apparently now there are reports of gunshots fired. I think it's described along the parade route at the back southeast corner of Nathan Phillips Square, which sucks. And that is a story that we shall follow for sure. Yeah, that's unfortunate. JMV. Since the offseason is wrapping up, can we please give us a self-absorbed football guy's story from the press box, Polian or otherwise? Maybe, if you guys want it. I don't know if I'm self-absorbed, though. You'll have to go to somebody else for that. I'm pretty much non-self-absorbed. I'll leave that to other blank wads. That's not me. I can tell you one, though. I mean, listen, we'll get a lot. I'm sure I'll hear a lot about that nutcase Eric DaCosta that runs now the Baltimore Ravens. We got that story out the wazoo for everybody. He's nuts. I wouldn't have that dude running the damn food truck, much less running somebody's football organization, but whatever. We were talking about the Pacers in hour one, talking about how all this Anthony Davis Lakers stuff is going to work and you'll have trickle down. And with this in mind, we were talking about how Bojan Bogdanovic may have even more suitors now, the Lakers being one. What does that mean for the Pacers? D'Angelo Russell has been brought up. Julius Randle has been entertained on this show. And we'll talk to Ryan Carr coming up at 5. Tommy Allen wants to know if we can just have 3 hours of Anything Goes. Well, I think that's a swell idea. I mean, it kind of got a little swervy on Friday, and I just don't want everybody to cry. All right? I don't have enough Kleenex to have everybody start crying. Travis Ray writes this. Hey, JMV, the tornado went right over my uncle's house before it touched down in Beech Grove. That's terrible. I cannot imagine. I mean, I often do, and this is a true story, because I love our property, but I hate our house, and I often kind of sit there, and Laney can attest to this, right, Laney? I sit there and go, man, let's all go to the basement and hope that a tornado lands right on top of our house. I don't really mean that, this kind of. Anybody that's ever loved their property but really dislikes their house and wants to hire a bunch of friends of the Amish community down in southern Indiana to come up and build a new one knows exactly what I'm talking about. Are you laughing over there, or are you mad? Neither. Better plug my phone in. At least you're here today, so I don't have to FaceTime with all your 9-year-old friends. How old? Oh, 8. Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, Dr. Correcto. Tim's at 239-1070. Hello, Tim. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Jay?
I could not be better. Thanks for asking.
I just had one quick question. Why wouldn't the Pacers try and do a sign and trade with San Antonio for DeMar Rosen, for Bojanovich, and maybe the draft pick?
Well, listen, we talked about this. I think that I think you don't want to lose him like just for nothing. You know what I mean? And I think that's why Bobby Marks came on this show last week from ESPN, their front office insider, and kind of dropped that nugget on, because he told us, and he brought, if you remember, he brought Bojan into the NBA with the Nets, but he told us that San Antonio has a great deal of interest in Bojan, and San Antonio may also have interest in trying to get rid of DeMar DeRozan. I'll be honest with you, Tim, I wasn't against it last week. I'm not against anything that can bring you a legitimate scorer. And I know how bad that DeRozan looks right now. I do, but a legitimate score is what I like. I think Russell fits as well as anybody. But, yes, I felt the same way about that rumor as last week as you do right now.
Well, I'm just saying, because he's under contract for, I think, another 3 years, you're guaranteed to have that second player to go along with Oladipo.
I wasn't against it. I wasn't against it last week, and I don't sit here being against it right now. I don't know if it's anything more than just a rumor, but yeah, I'm not against it. The dude averaged 22 points plus, and 6 rebounds, over 5 assists. And I know he gets a bad rap, if he deserved whatever, but a bad rap for what Toronto did without him this year. But you got to find a volume scorer. He certainly fits that bill.
Yep. Okay, that was the only question I had. Thanks.
Tim, you call anytime. Thank you. JMV, is today really your anniversary? It is. 19 years. 19 years. I can't remember the strip joint that we were in the night before. Hey, Laney, earmuffs that for a minute. Don't listen to this part. Thank you. It wasn't the Spearmint Run. It wasn't that. What the hell was it? And it wasn't. I think the girls all went to Olympic Gardens because they have guys upstairs doing their B-52 act. All right, you can take it. It's okay now. I can't remember what the place was called. I remember though our server was known as Peaches. Hello, Peaches. Peaches was the server. I wonder to this day whether or not that was her real name. But it was a good time. Yeah, man, 19 years ago. And I remembered it and everything. JMV, what did you think about the U.S. Open yesterday at the end? I loved it because it was in prime time. Just kind of sitting there and watching it. I did. I enjoyed it. I like Koepka, too. I think there are a lot of reasons, if you didn't know who he was or he didn't act that way, that you might have a preconceived notion about Koepka. But I kind of like him. But, man, that was Gary Woodland yesterday, and that story was great. He was fantastic when he needed to be. JMV, the Brass Flamingo, has a stripper named Peaches. She's fine. It was not that one. So you're saying that there are multiple Peaches? John wants to talk NBA draft at 239-1070. Hello, John. How are you?
Oh, hey, not bad, man. Hey, if that May kid from North Carolina is sitting there at 18, do you think the Pacers will pull the trigger on him? I mean, they brought him in to work out.
Yeah, they did. I wouldn't go there if I were them, but that's just me, man. That's not me. I mean, listen, I love, he was a working hard guy that I think was a walk-on, got a scholarly, right, and won a national title, worked his butt off there. But if I'm the Pacers, that is not the direction I'm going. Like a guy like Bruno Fernando, if he's there, I'd probably take a swipe at that. So I'm not a Fernando and I'm not a Tyler Hero guy right here. True story.
All right, man. Hey, have a good day, bud.
John, you call anytime, John. Thank you. Yeah, I saw the latest NBADraft.net. And this was, what the hell date is this? The 17th? Oh, yeah, my anniversary. Yesterday, the 16th. This thing, and not that it means anything at all, but this thing yesterday has Romeo Langford going number 23. Do you think the Pacers would select Romeo Langford at 18 if he's there?
I think they should.
Do you? Why do you think they should? Why?
Because he has probably the higher upside than anyone else you're going to get at 18.
How many other people agree with Kyle? How many other folks out there? And it's funny because you would normally get this IU fan bias, but with Langford, it's a little bit different because, and it's not all on him, but the type of season that they had. You don't get that same, well, they went to IU, draft him here type of bias. If Romeo Langford's available at 18, should the Pacers draft him? What do you guys think? I was going to put that in the Connecticut Water question of the day, but that's pretty easy. Would you draft him? Does Carson Edwards squeak into the end of round number 1? Does my friend Dylan Windler get into round number 1? He is trying out. That's not right. Working out for Golden State coming up tomorrow. Golden State, they are slotted in at number 28. In this mock, NBADraft.net that probably doesn't know a damn thing has Dylan going number 30 to Milwaukee. And then Carson Edwards to Brooklyn at number 31. Man, there was, for some reason, I thought that Cam Johnson probably was like ready-made for the Pacers. I don't know. This also has Chris Wilkes, the former Mr. Basketball, locally going to the Pacers in round 2. My guess, who was my guess? Jalen Noel, because he's been in here twice in round number 2. I don't know if that means anything either, but that was my guess. This has Kyle Guy, 45 to the Pistons, if you need it. So you think that the overall upside would be worth it?
The odds of you getting a good
I'll be honest with you. I kind of agree. I kind of agree with your philosophy. It just seems like that there's a lot working against this, but I kind of agree with what you're saying. I mean, you're saying, all right, number 18, take a guy who may or may not have been too injured to be able to shoot the ball accurately with the whole thumb. Maybe this all wasn't a bunch of whatever, and take him and see what happens. That'd be interesting if he is still there, and according to many of these, he's still going to be there. Now, this has him going 23 to Utah. Who did I say? I thought Cam Johnson was a guy that I had brought up last week. The other guy that I brought up, and I don't think he's going to make it all the way down, but had he, and if he did, Hachimura of Gonzaga was another guy that I thought about. 6'8", 235, incredibly still raw, but athletic as hell. I mean, a bigger dude at 6'8" and 238, that's a thought, if he makes it down there. I'm not a Keldon Johnson guy. And I mentioned earlier, I'm not a Tyler Hero, and it's got nothing to do with Kentucky. Bruno Fernando, yeah. I'd say a big no on Bowl. And who was it that brought up Nicholas Claxton earlier? That'd be a big no on that. All right, Chris is at 239-1070. Go ahead, Chris. How are you?
Hey, John. How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
I just wanted to congratulate you on your anniversary.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
This is Chris from Bullseye and from Ike and Jonesy's.
That is awesome. Ike and Jonesy's and Bullseye Chris. Thanks for saying that. I appreciate it.
Looking forward to seeing you maybe this football season. Going to do the
it's just it's the most favorite thing I do during the football season is that. I love it. And with what Kyle does, it's only going to get better too. So, that for sure.
Hey, you got to get in and see me at Ike sometime, okay?
When are you? Can I come in there and play? Should I wear my my jeans and wrap them up, like dress like it's 1992 or something like that in there?
You can dress however you up, man.
Oh, hell, I'm all for it. I love me some Ike and Jonesy's, man. You know that. I haven't been in there in a while, though.
Well, I'm getting her all cleaned up and back in order. So.
Oh, is it yours now?
No.
Oh, I thought you owned it for a minute. I go, damn, really? All right.
Well, I'm invested blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah.
Hey, give me the special nights of Ike and Jonesy's.
Every night special, but Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Who's your DJ at Ike and Jonesy's?
DJ Moose.
DJ Moose. All right. Is he still back in that little area in the back there where he is? Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yep,
I like it back there. Hey, Chris, tell everybody there I said hello and thank you very much. I appreciate your words.
Problem, buddy.
Thank you. My man Chris at Ike and Jonesy's. JMV, you bum me out when you start talking about the Pacers, not because I disagree with you. Quite the contrary. I think you're right that the future is bleak for the franchise. I believe it's more due to the realities of the NBA today than it is any fault or failings of the franchise. Now, I do want to say this, Greg. I don't think things are bleak, but I think that they have the toughest challenge of anybody out there. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot considering some of the situations these NBA teams are in, like the Knicks, for example. We brought up the Wizards. But I think that they have the most difficult of challenges because you've got a lot of things that have to transpire positively, and then you got to raise the bar on things. I mean, that's the expectation. This past year was a do-over because of the injury to Vic. You got to raise the bar from Vic's year number one here. That's the expectation. And how do you do that? Well, you got to go out. You got to find somebody else that can hold down significant scoring. You got to hope some guys evolve into, roles that help this. Miles being one, Domas being the other. And then you're going to have just a lot of general holes to fill with guys not coming back. And you have to hope that guys that you haven't counted on to be significantly rotational turn out to be that. Oh, and by the way, you got to hope that Vic turns out to be Vic of year one and not injured and lacking athleticism Vic. Or even furthermore, not Vic before the injury. Because Vic before the injury looked like an injured Vic. That's a lot. And as much as we love the place, you just don't go out and say, hey, we're Indiana, here's the red carpet, come here and join us. I mean, you don't have that luxury like L.A. or how New York should have that luxury, and I'm sure still will and does, but I mean, you have to sell basketball and winning. And then, hell, half the time, you don't even get the luxury of being able to give your sales pitch because guys don't have any interest in listening to it. Ryan's at 239-1070. Ryan,
yes,
go ahead. How are you?
Yes, JMV, yes.
Yeah.
I think the Pacers ought to draft Romeo and Juwan Morgan in the second round. And then also I want to invite you to the ISU thing they're having next Wednesday at the Landing in Terre Haute from 5:30 to 7:30.
Is that the 26th? Because I'm glad you brought that up, Ryan, because Coach Lansing actually texted me and wanted me to broadcast there, and I need to ask the folks here if I can make it out there and maybe do a live show from Terre Haute next week. That's what I kind of want to try to do.
I'll be there to support you, too, because I get off at 4, so I'll be there to support you. And
I think that's a hell of a plan.
Other thing,
Go ahead.
And also, what do you say as far as other moves? I mean, because I think, Romeo could help the Pacers and Juwan, and I just think we need to be tougher mentally, and same thing goes with Miles, and I'll hang up and hear your comments.
Well, there's no doubt. I don't know Romeo and no Juwan. I do like Juwan, but I'm going to give no-go on both. The mental toughness that needs to be more apparent, that's clear. And that is I'm a big Miles supporter around here. There's no question about it, but that is clear. I mean, gone are going to have to be the days of, hey, you know what? I didn't get started out well. It's not working for me. Tail between my legs, no confidence. I mean, that's got to end. I mean, everybody around thinks all of a sudden this guy's going to turn into like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with his back to the basket. That's nonsense. That's not happening. But being on the offensive glass, coming off a screen and roll, diving to the rim, things of that nature, yes. Having better confidence, not having confidence dashed at any sign of negativity, yes, absolutely. That is accurate. And hell, I see that too. I'm just not your normal blank off that just thinks this guy is garbage and just wants to call up and whine and cry about it. I mean, I see the upside, but you also see the flaws. But yeah, by the way, Ken, our engineer Ken, lives in Terre Haute, so I'm thinking that I should just go out and do the show next week from Terre Haute. I've been wanting to do that. Friday, by the way, we're going to be in somebody's backyard. I don't know if we have a winner yet. Somebody's going to announce it either later on today or tomorrow. Backyard Bourbon Broadcast number 1 brought to you by Evan Williams and Larceny. Got to thank Randy. Got to thank Brent for that. I saw our friend Brent Halverson not only went to Dead & Company here late last week, but also hit that thing up at Wrigley Field in Chicago, I guess. That's a fan of Dead & Company right there. But thank you, Brent. Thank you, Randy. Joe, John, and Dennis from Connecticut, the official hydrators. And Wings, etc. for the food. We're going to have 30 of your closest friends and us broadcasting live food and adult beverages and hydration in your backyard on Friday. 2019 is the first Backyard Bourbon broadcast. We will draw a winner. I'll tell you who that's in. It's the party of the summer. Luke, Fonz, Jeff, other side, Ryan Carr, the Pacers coming up at 5. Anything goes at 5:30. Back with you next.
Homes are selling fast, and if you haven't found your dream home, listings are coming onto market daily. Get a leg up on your competition and get pre-approved in 5 minutes at thehomeloanexpert.com.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122 or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
What I continue to tell people about the entire experience is that it never felt like a sale. Not once did I feel like I was trying to be sold anything.
When people come to Diamonds Direct, they expect the highest quality, the lowest prices. But what they are surprised by is the experience, the relaxed, no-pressure atmosphere, and people who genuinely care.
At Diamonds Direct, it's just a different feel. As soon as you get here, you kind of feel comfortable with the process.
It's people that are pretty much family, honestly, at this point. I'm not even joking. They're so warm and welcoming.
They're very patient, they're very kind, and they're very, very helpful. They're very knowledgeable about their products.
Every single one of the people that touched our transaction made sure that we were ecstatic about it when we left. And we still have that relationship.
Very honest, very sincere, kind staff.
They just make you feel like family.
You feel like family here, no doubt about it. I will come back here.
We are Diamonds Direct customers for life.
Come discover the difference and be a part of our family. Diamonds Direct, Keystone at the Crossing, official jeweler of the Indianapolis Colts.
Down on the farm, we're always picking what's fresh. You can too. Come on in for Bob Evans Pick 2 combos. Half sandwich combos, soup and salad combos. Over 100 Pick 2 combos starting at just $5.99. Put your Pick 2 together for lunch and dinner, for here or to go. Soup, salad, sandwiches. It's Bob Evans Pick 2 combos.
Bob Evans, down on the farm.
Hey, it's JMV. For a relaxing and affordable staycation, visit Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina on beautiful Lake Monroe, located in Fairfax State Recreation Area. Four Winds features beautiful guest rooms, many with fantastic views, indoor-outdoor heated pool, mini golf, hiking, a private beach, and boat rentals. Book a 3-night midweek staycation for just $249. Book at fourwindslakeside.com or call 812-824-BOAT. Four Winds Lakeside Inn and Marina, one of the all-time favorites. Tell them JMV sent you.
Looking for a jackhammer of a deal? At Tom Wood Ford's Road Construction Inventory Reduction Sales Event, we're bulldozing prices. 2019 Fiestas under 10 grand. 2019 Escapes from $17,995. 2018 EcoSport $16,995. Up to $17,000 off MSRP for 2019 F-150 pickup trucks. All with lifetime powertrain coverage. Tom Wood Ford, the home of guaranteed credit. Interest rates as low as 0. Tom Wood Ford's Road Construction Inventory Reduction Sales Event. We're paving the way to great deals now through June 30th.
Come to Shane Company for a beautiful engagement ring. I'm Rorden Shane. I was talking with Brian recently. He's one of our jewelry craftsmen here, and he told me how much he appreciates the extra steps we take for our customers to make their jewelry last a lifetime. We have the highest standards for quality. Did you know that at Shane Company we put more metal into the structure of the ring so it will stand the test of time? And our prongs are stronger, so they will securely hold your center stone. Even the sides of our rings are more substantial to keep accent stones in place. We do all this without compromising the elegance of each ring. No other jeweler in town has rings that are built this well. And because our rings are so well made, we're proud to give our customers a warranty that is free for a lifetime and even covers the center stone. In fact, our jewelry craftsmen are in the store every day, ready to clean and polish your ring anytime for free, so it will sparkle like the day you said yes.
Now you have a friend in the diamond business. Shane Company and Shaneco.com.
Do you need air conditioning service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust, like B&W Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning? Find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Powered by the Hubler Auto Group, a dealer to help the people. Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Click drivehubler.com for Indiana's largest selection of best deals. Hubler has it all.
Having ED issues? Locally owned Men's Health Solutions has a $75 initial appointment fee that includes a test dose of medication and sample meds. Men'sHealthSolutions.us.
Sports with Dan Dockage.
David Cohn, do you think you could do the same things now that you did then, or even close?
No, definitely not. That's a great question. I kind of feel for these guys nowadays. It seems like most of the players, they go back to their hotel rooms when they're on the road and they play video games instead of where are we going out? We go have dinner on the road, we go to the bar afterwards, we take over the place. And, nowadays, there's no way these guys can get away with that.
Dan Duckett, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Are you kidding? You think I'd join this crummy snobatorium? But this whole place sucks. That's right, it sucks.
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Blame it on something. Blame it on the rain. Blame it on the rain. God, that's all it does is rain. Raining out there right now, is it? We're not going to be able to mow again until July, so be ready for it. I'm just telling you right now, it's a great time just to take your stuff over to Paul at the Mower Shop in Fishers, 849-9500, and let him work on it right now. All that thing is doing right now is hanging out in your garage or your outbuilding or your barn. Make sure it's good to go. JMV at 1070thefan.com is the email address. JMV, I'm not sure what options the Pacers have when it comes to free agency. Obviously, they can't compete with the Lakers, Nets, or the Knicks. And I don't believe they should overpay for someone like Chris Middleton. Now, Matt, last week when we had Bobby Marks on, that was the name that he brought up was Chris Middleton, but I would happen to agree with you. It appears their only option would be to re-sign their own and hope that either Holiday or Leaf or whomever they draft develops into an NBA star. That is part of the equation here. There's no question. You've got to add somebody else of scoring significance into that starting lineup, but you also have to, Matt and Avon, you have to have Holiday and Leaf and whomever they draft here, and especially the first two. They have to transition into guys that you can count on rotationally and not just be, well, they didn't play well, so back to the bench and get up and clap. Layup line guys. That is absolutely true. Here's what should surprise absolutely nobody. It's kind of like O.J. Simpson fresh onto Twitter this weekend and having 600,000 followers, which should make us all gag. But that's just the place in which we are now, right? But the other thing that shouldn't surprise you is drama between Chris Paul and James Harden in Houston. I mean, yeah, that has to shake your head, huh? Drama between those two? What, Chris Paul causes an issue? No. But they're in the same insurance commercial. There can't be issues. Come on. Those two? 1.5 million people in downtown Toronto for the Raptors parade. 1.5 million people. Now, I'm assuming that's kind of like Kurt Cavan, for example, trying to count how many people is at the Indy 500. But, man, that is a ton. That is a blank load of folks. I mean, that is like, what? That's like Bryan Adams and Glass Tiger playing a twin bill. That's a big deal right there. And there was also a shooting, which is unfortunate. Nobody, according to reports of the shots that were fired somewhere near the parade route in Toronto, there were a couple of injuries. Nothing, according to these reports, life-threatening, and knuckleheads are in custody. And we'll continue to follow that. My guy Dylan Windler is going to work out. He played at a South Side school and at Belmont. He is going to work out for Golden State coming up tomorrow. Going to join us on the show on Friday. I'm really proud of him. Luke is at 239-1070. Luke, hello. How are you?
Hey, pretty good, JMV. How are you?
Fantastic. Go ahead.
Sorry, a little distracted. I just saw a shoeless guy running through the Castleton parking lot. Now security's trying to find him. Just don't even know what it's about.
He's shoeless?
Oh, yeah, shoeless, running right through the parking lot.
Well, man, I wonder what's happened. Did he lose his shoes or just not have any to begin with? Do we know?
Not a clue. Maybe that's what security's talking about. It looked like he was going to run into the Panda Express, but I think decided against it. But never mind.
No shirt, no shoes, no dice. Remember that. I'm sure that probably, much like All American Burger, stands true at Panda Express, too. You're right.
You would hope so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, come back to what you guys were talking about earlier about, Romeo being at 18. I feel like the point you guys made with him having the highest upside, you kind of have to, because who else at 18 is really going to be exciting?
Yeah, but it's who else do we know? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
there are other people that may have a higher upside that we're just completely unaware of. But I get what you're talking about here. I do.
I mean, because, with our limited ability in free agency, we either trade the pick or we get a project guy that we're going to try to turn into something. But historically, we haven't even really done that all that much.
I think with what the expectation is of this team all around, and if you have to sit and wait on a guy that doesn't play or doesn't turn out initially to be what everybody's hoping, it just seems like a really bad recipe to me. That's kind of that's the negative approach, and it shouldn't be that way. But that's kind of how I view it, because you get a lot of people right now saying, "Well, this guy's never going to be an NBA player. He's 3 years and done anyway." And I just think you kind of start from the back the way that it is when you draft him. I think it'd be hard to overcome that. I would.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's that whole everyone wants immediate success. No one's willing to wait.
And I mean, the expectations are right now. And, who knows when this guy – I mean, hell, you're still trying to wait for a couple of guys that have been drafted in that general vicinity to be rotational. So I just think that's a tough way to start for that dude here with this team having this level of expectations. But I could be wrong. I get your side of it. I do, because your side of it is the same as Kyle, the producer here.
Right, yeah. I mean,
I get it.
There's not a lot of exciting other options in kind of that late first anyway. It's kind of a shallow draft, but it is what it is.
What else you got?
That was it, JMV. Just happy anniversary, man.
Thank you, Luke. That is very kind of you, JMV. I'm loving the brilliance as always. Thank you, Andrew Battle from Birmingham, Alabama. So I go to the supermarket and saw Axe Body Wash in collaboration with Little Yachty. You need your own cologne body wash called Real Damn Yachty. Smoothest product ever. Andrew in Birmingham, that is absolutely right. I need to squirt on a little bit of me. And then everybody complained, my wife and Tony and people go, "Oh, man, we can smell you coming." So, I only give it a half a squirt now. I used to be a 2-squirt guy, and now it's only half a squirt because you guys all call me out for being overzealous in my cologne. But I would agree. I think a little squirt of me on everybody would make everybody smell better. Although, I will tell you this. For the second consecutive day of being outside, I mowed on Friday, and 4 stinking buzzards circled me. And then I was out yesterday next to a pool, I guess laying out. I don't know if I'm laying out. I'm just kind of laying there playing music, and 5 circled me. So I don't know if I have the stench of death right now or what. But they just came over. They were checking me out. It was like what people do around here when they see containers out here on the cabinet. They fly by and see what's worthy of eating and what's not and then leave. That's exactly what they were doing. They were checking. 5 buzzards were circling me going, Hey, what is this thing beached or is it dead or what here? Should we take a chance? Should I go down there and poke at him and see if he's still alive? But 5, I took a picture of it too and I tweeted it out. 5 of them. But 2 days in a row, I may just have the stench of death. I'm not sure. Fonzarelli at 239-1070. Give it a go, Fonz.
Jay, how are you?
Great. I was on the west side on Saturday.
Cool.
Yeah, it was raining.
I was going to say it was raining.
That's all it did was rain. Go ahead. What's up?
Hey, I was just calling about your conversation about Romeo Langford.
Yes, sir.
I personally think that the Pacers should take a big guy if there's a worthy one available. we need a Siakam or someone like that who can defend 2 or 3 positions and has some quickness and some versatility and some length, especially since our big guys continue to get robbed by the officials from a foul standpoint. But I will say that I think Langford's a pretty intriguing prospect. For all the disappointment as Hoosier fans seemingly had after the build-up, he's still a true freshman at average 17 points and 5-6 rebounds a game and 3 or 4 assists a game, and has a man's body already. So I agree with your producer. Says he's got a big upside.
You know what? And when you drafted 18, and we're all kind of look around, we all kind of put our hands up and go, you know what really makes sense here? I mean, throwing a dart at a dart like that does make sense. I think it's going to be tough for him here. I think that would be bad in both cases. To me, if he's going to, be inspired and, live up to some of the expectations, being a long-term NBA player, it'd be better suited for him to go someplace else. But, then again, if they don't draft him and that happens, and then that's going to be on their head. So, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I do like the Fernando kid. And I really still hold a little hope out for Sumner, and he might be a guy that's already entrenched that kind of could fill a role, certainly maybe quicker than Langford could at that position, swing position. Sumner showed some flashes last year. We'll see, I guess.
I think that Fonz, this is going to be the case, and I haven't mentioned him, but you're right about that too. This is going to be the case where you kind of hope. People are telling me that he's getting stronger. Like Chris Denary joined us last week and talked about how much – no, I'm sorry. It wasn't Chris. It was JJ that told us how much stronger and more muscular that Sumner is getting. I mean, you're at a point with this roster full of holes like this, if you don't bring guys back, where, again, much like Leaf and much like Holiday, it's going to be necessary for a guy like that to give you rotational minutes. It is.
Yep, it is. And I think the first free agent we probably ought to go after if we're not going to spend the premium dollars. I think you go get Lance Stevenson and bring him back.
Well, Fonz, that's where we kind of end right here. I don't think we're connected on that. But, hey, my brother, I got to hit a break. Thank you for the call. Call anytime. Sorry about that. Not because you brought up Lance, because I really have to go. I did want to say this about Siakam, and I know everybody kind of giggled when he said that. But Siakam is a great example of what? He was picked late round 1, 27th overall, a guy that slides in and has the upside and the reason why they selected him become reality. This is absolutely what's necessary for 18. Not a lot of pressure, but that's what's necessary. I mean, that's what would really make everybody feel good if you were able to Donovan Mitchell this, for example. I got you here. So it's not laughable because it is true. That would be about as good as you can ask for and really something that's necessary. Quick break. Jeff, Matt, and more. 239-1070. Ryan Carr, we'll talk about what he's seen so far, what he likes. We'll talk about a lot of the draftable guys. We'll talk a lot about the NBA and more. He is the player personnel director of the Pacers. And friend of the show, Ryan Carr. Anything goes, bottom of the 5 o'clock hour. Buck Cherry tickets, too. Back with you next.
Join us Thursday, July 4th for the IPL Downtown Freedom Fest. Kids will love the Royal Penn Entertainment Kids area with face painting, carnival games, and more. Details at 1070thefan.com.
There's sports bars everywhere these days, so we're taking a minute to remind you what makes Wings Etc. Grill and Pub different. It starts with what made us famous. Jumbo wings, cooked fresh, crispy, and topped with one of 22 signature sauces, including our crazy hot habanero-based wall sauce or 3 zesty rubs. We do them boneless, too, but that's just the beginning. There's over 70 other delicious dishes that are not wings. Premium burgers, wraps, quesadillas, sandwiches, big entree salads, great seafood, amazing appetizers, used to. And lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. And daily food and drink specials. All of this in a laid-back, non-corporate neighborhood pub that's perfect for watching the game or kicking back with friends and family. If you can't watch here, order online for pickup at to-go.wingsetc.com. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're a little different, and we're happy to be serving you. Good food, great times.
Visit our 12 Indianapolis area locations and find us online at wingsetc.com.
All right, 2019, year of engagement. Follow me. I'm going to be the Pied Piper. I'm celebrating my 19th right now. So even with what I did impossibly wrong 19 years plus ago, at least I did something right. And, well, one is I became connected with and a friend of and talking about the absolute best, which is Diamonds Direct. And that saved me. I mean, over the past, 8 years I've been involved with Diamonds Direct. That has helped save me because initially I was clueless, much like you out there. So 2019, if it's your year of engagement, hey, start out from the front here. I mean, start out from the lead and go with the folks that are the best for you, know the most, and want to make sure you get the proper education about what you're getting into, because then you won't go the wrong direction. You won't do the wrong thing, and you'll make this perfect, because believe me, if 2019 is your year of engagement, it needs to be perfect. Start from in front with Diamonds Direct. The education, the warranty, the guarantee, the overall value, the price tag, and the selection is absolutely unmatched. And the best part about it is we're talking one-stop shopping at Indiana's best. Diamonds Direct. You got to tell them I sent you. That's Diamonds Direct. Make the right call early. Start from in front. Keystone, it's a crossing.
Don't put up with a cranky old water heater. Time to get a new one and get happy. I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Replace your water heater with us and enjoy 24/7 service, local, licensed plumbers, and 100% satisfaction, guaranteed. Plus, we'll give you a free 10-year warranty upgrade. That'll make you happy.
Go with the flow, the local pros call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Terms, conditions, and tax may apply. License CP 101-00018.
Hey, it's JMV for Indiana's Best. Andy Moore, Toyota in Avon. For a limited time, 0% financing on select vehicles, so I would check out what they have to offer online. AndyMooreToyota.com. And then head out to Avon, and you talk to Robert. You talk to my man Ben Mendoza. You talk to Scott about what they can do for you. The car buying experience at its best, and for a limited time, 0% financing at Indiana's Best. Andy Moore Toyota in Avon, 5 miles west of 465 on US 36.
Message and data rates may apply. Ever look at your paycheck and think, there's gotta be a better way? Well, here's some news. There is, and I can show it to you. I'm Paula Sajan, star of A&E's hit TV show, Flip This House. My brother and I have taught thousands of people how to start making money in real estate. Now, it's your turn. Next week, we're conducting a free 2-hour educational workshop right here in the Indianapolis area, where you'll hear about my proven flipping systems that help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time using other people's money, and how to get started flipping the script by putting money in your pocket with income opportunities. Real estate is a powerful tool that has made millions of people wealthy, but you can't start making your first dollar until you take your first step. Come to my free workshop and take advantage of this amazing opportunity. It can mean a lifetime of financial security.
To get 2 free tickets to Paul's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also reserve a free copy of Paul's Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly. I'm always being asked, hey Ryan, what is your favorite type of loan? And I gotta tell you, there's something so special about helping a veteran get into their dream home. And that's why we created the Hero Loan. At Hero.loan, you'll never pay for an appraisal. We do all the VA paperwork for you, and we close VA loans in as little as 14 days. Get pre-approved today with our 5-minute loan approval, only available at Hero.loan. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
I had prostate cancer.
A PSA may have saved his life.
Ask your doctor about preventive screenings. Community Health Network. Exceptional care, simply delivered.
Go trackside with Kurt Cavan and Kevin Lee. Wednesday night at 7 on The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
A rain song summertime stuff here for you. It's not this much. I'll be all right with it. Stopping. Kyle's over there. I'm John Ryan Carr. Top of the hour. Anything goes. 5:30. This is called The Alarm. I love The Alarm. It's one of those bands that I remember back in the day, but I've got to know even better because of XM Sirius Channel 33. Big Alarm guy here. Our guy Alex Golden writes this. Hey, GMV, what do you think of this trade idea? Solo and number 4 overall for Miles and 18. So what Alex is talking about, and by the way, this comes from the podcast with Bill Simmons, who would like nothing else for anything Indiana to just suck and suck forever. Bill Simmons and Ryan Russillo. And my response to Alex was, I almost wrecked the car and I'm not driving. Solomon Hill and number 4 for Miles and the 18. I would ask you this, because I asked Kyle this a couple of breaks ago. Who would you want? Who would you absolutely have to have outside of the top 3 here? And who would you want at 4? In this case, in this mock, it has Darius Garland, who turned his foot around last year, I think, and didn't even play it, but one game at Vanderbilt. And there was so much foobar down there, they fired the coach and Bryce Drew and have Jerry Stackhouse. It sounds like a mess. So he's number 4 projected overall. Kobe White, DeAndre Hunter, Jarrett Culver, Cam Reddish, some French guy. Woo! Jackson Hayes, Little, Washington. I mean, who would you want outside the top 3? The top 3 is pretty easy. Oh, yeah, you want Zion. Oh, yeah, you want John Morant. Sure, R.J. Barrett. But after 3, who would you really want? Who do you really think will be a difference maker? Yeah, I'm not down with that program there. Alex? JMV, Bill Simmons does have one good quality. He likes Larry Bird. Other than that, he says and writes some really dumb stuff. Hey, there's nobody out there that would, well, besides, who's the clown? Barstool guy, Portnoy, all these guys want everything crap to happen around here. So why you guys support them is beyond me. I mean, if there was a blank cloud that just started blanking all over us right now, that's exactly what they want, yet some of you, for whatever reason, decide to support them. Some of the biggest knobs in the world crapping all over us. Oh, yeah. Why don't you crap on us some more? Woo! Fun. You guys are all supporting them. So, yeah, I'm not taking what that dude says seriously about anybody around here. Seriously, they want guys like that want people around to suck forever. Ever. Jeff's at 239-1070. Hello, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, JMV. What's happening, man?
How are you doing, Jeff?
All right. My thing is, man, I think the Pacers, man, need to stay pat on this one, man. And as far as some free agents, man, they if they're gonna bring one back, it need to be Bogdanovich. And another thing of it is, there is a steal in the draft. Now, if Langford, I let him go on and go somewhere else, but there's a guy by the name of Cameron Johnson out of North Carolina. I feel that will fit with the Pacers tremendously, man. I think he got everything. He reminded me a lot of Paul George and some, but the way, some of his.
It's funny you brought him up because somebody asked me about that, and I initially 2 weeks ago said it was just kind of throwing a dart at a dartboard. I said that would be 18. It would be that. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they've worked him out. Is he injured right now? Look up Cam. Is Cam Johnson, was he injured?
He had an injury scare at the beginning of the year.
Injury scare.
But no,
okay. But he's fine.
He had a bad hip a couple years ago he had to have surgery for.
He wasn't in here, and I think that some of these mocks, and not that they matter, have him going in the second round, but he's a name 2 weeks ago that I brought up, and, yeah, we'll see. So.
Well, I heard that he stepped his draft worth up a little bit at the Chicago, the little thing they have in Chicago every year,
Sure.
the combine.
Right.
So I don't know, but I think he'll be a steal if you're not able to get what's his name, Hachimura or whatever his name is.
Oh, Hachimura. Oh, you're trying to steal my heart there with that Gonzaga selection, aren't you? Come on now.
I believe he'll work. Actually, I believe overall he'll be the best thing for the Pacers if they can get him.
Oh, hold on a minute. You're getting me aroused. Better stop, Jeff. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you for the call, Jeff. I appreciate you're not really getting me aroused. I'm joking. Stop it. We've got movement on my anniversary. Nah, seriously. I mean, Bill Simmons, Bill Simmons, the advice that he would give or anything that would have any effect on Indiana stuff, and that it's the same with Portnoy. I mean, all those Boston guys, they don't like anybody here. They don't like you. They don't like you. I mean, hell, they couldn't even keep McAfee. He's making him buttloads of money. They don't like you. So what's the best thing to do? If they don't like you, don't like them. Don't support them. Yeah, Bill Simmons' trade idea sucks. Hey, JMV, I've got no ideas about the field of draft-eligible players for the Pacers, but I do know Carson Edwards is the answer. Who's Carson Edwards going to be like? Carson Edwards going to be similar to Fred VanVleet. It took Fred a little bit, but, Fred was a part of a good team, got a great deal of confidence. What game was it? He got that confidence late because there was one game he was like 2 for the world, if that, in the postseason. But I do like him. I liked him at Wichita State, though. And that's back when I didn't mind Wichita State because they were in the Valley as opposed to that crap water conference they moved up to be in now and make more money. Oh, I need to go, don't I? Sorry about that. Hey, Matt, other side. Ryan Carr, other side. Anything goes, 5:30. Hey, we're going to all air it out at 5:30 anyway, so it doesn't matter. We got Anything Goes coming up and Buck Cherry tickets, too.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
An effective defense often hinges on sophisticated strategies relating to income tax projections, business valuations, spousal support claims. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122, or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
Hi, I'm Chuck Jones with Bill Esther Chevrolet, and I'm with Tony Kanaan, Indy's adopted son.
Chuck, we had some fun in May, didn't we?
Yes, we did, TK. So much so that we are doing it again this month.
What kind of deals do we got?
We have 0% interest for up to 84 months on new Chevys.
84 months, no interest? That's huge.
Also, get up to $4,000 more for your trade. We need some trades, TK.
Man, that sounds like it.
So find new roads to Bill Esther Chevrolet or online at BillEsterChevy.com. Just ask for the TK deal.
And now, a thought from Geico Motorcycle.
It took 15 minutes to take a spirit animal quiz online.
Please be the cheetah. Please be the cheetah.
And learn your animal isn't the cheetah, but the far less appealing blobfish.
Oh, come on.
To add insult to injury, you could have used those 15 blobfish minutes to switch your motorcycle insurance to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance.
To understand what makes Diamonds Direct so different than other jewelry stores, you have to go back 60 years, when a diamond cutter in Israel became well known for his exceptional craftsmanship. His diamond cutting business flourished for decades. Then his sons got involved and started selling these exceptional diamonds to upscale jewelry stores here in America. Then, after a few years, these wholesalers changed the game and started selling these precious diamonds direct to the public at the same prices they had sold to the jewelry stores. The no middleman concept became an instant success. and Diamonds Direct was born. Today, Diamonds Direct provides that extraordinary value to people all over America, leading the industry with the highest quality diamonds that still come straight from the best cutters, offered at the guaranteed best prices, period. Diamonds Direct, a truly revolutionary concept with a unique history rooted in quality, committed to excellence, and always focused on value. Keystone at the crossing beside the Green Bridge, where Indy gets engaged.
Down on the farm, we're always picking what's fresh. You can too. Come on in for Bob Evans Pick 2 combos. Half sandwich combos, soup and salad combos. Over 100 Pick 2 combos starting at just $5.99. Put your Pick 2 together for lunch and dinner. For here or to go. Soup, salad, sandwiches. It's Bob Evans Pick 2 combos.
Bob Evans, down on the farm.
Thinking about getting an in-ground pool this summer? Dan Dockage for Family Leisure. You have got to check out the 16 by 32 in-ground pool special they're running for under $40,000. This 16 by 32 in-ground pool includes all the equipment, the concrete decking, and the entire pool and the installation. I went to Family Leisure for my own in-ground pool, and I got to tell you, I love it. They're pros, and they make the whole process easy. In-ground pool sale going on right now at Family Leisure. Tell them I sent you.
You have Medicare and Indiana Medicaid? With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, you could be getting so much more. Anthem may provide up to $2,000 towards dental, $0 copays on many prescriptions, and up to $1,320 for over-the-counter healthcare items. Get more out of your Medicare and Medicaid coverage. Switch today. Call 866-649-8826. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is an HMO special needs plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the Indiana Medicaid program. Enrollment in Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield depends on contract renewal.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Buy 3, get 1 free on select in-stock tires. Details in store. Offer good through July 7th. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Summer's here. Book a midweek staycation today. Four Winds Lakeside in Marina. 3 nights, $249. Book online. 4windslakeside.com or call 812-824-BOAT.
This is Indy Sports Center. WFNI, WIBC, HD2,
W298BE, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Angels, Cardinals, Sunday Night Baseball. The coverage begins at 6 on FM 107.5, The Fan. The Ride with JMV. FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Here we go, it's bottom of the hour. I just ran it out there. JMV. From Jeremy. How about Leaf, Holiday, and Miles at 18 for Billy Hoyle and Sidney Dean? Billy Hoyle sucked. He couldn't do anything. I mean, he was worse than me. And Sidney Dean can only dunk on a 7-foot goal. So I would say no. So you guys all buy into white men can't jump? Let me tell you, I've got no use for it. Once Marcus Johnson loses that game and goes to his car gets over after that. I mean, it only has 2 good scenes in it, and the rest of it's terrible. Oh, no, wait. I mean, the part Rosie Perez kind of naked is good in there. That's all right. But I think that's early on, too. But I'm seriously, after Marcus Johnson goes to his car to get his other gun because, quote, he was going to shoot everybody or shoot all your asses or whatever, and it just went downhill from there. It's terrible. I try to like it, I do, but I just can't get it. I'm like the King and Duck and the... Don't tell me you guys like that crap. Early on, it's pretty good, though. Yeah, you guys are all... I love how you guys are all Bill Simmons. You think that Bill Simmons has people, like fans of Indiana-based teams and their best interest in mind? What's wrong with you? No way. They had one hell of a large parade in Toronto today. 1.5 mil, and of course, stupidity did mar it with a shooting. Victims okay. Nothing life-threatening, and the knuckleheads are in custody, according to reports. All right. 239-1070. Email address JMV at 1070thefan.com. Anything goes. Bottom of the hour. The player personnel director of the Pacers. I always think I'm getting that wrong when I say it. That's the title. Our friend Ryan Carr joins us. That is the title, right?
Yeah, that is my title. Do you think you're getting it wrong because it's not like too high of a title, too low of a title? Like, are you thinking
really
I'm more like a janitor around here?
Could they shorten it up a little bit? That's a long title. Do you got that on like one little card? Or how is that? Do you have cards?
I do have cards. I'm not the best at passing them out, but so I got a nice collection of them. But yeah, I got some cards.
All right, somebody just called me up and got me a bit aroused when they brought up Hachimura. Is there any way that our guy from Gonzaga is going to be there at 18? I've got my fingers crossed. Come on.
That's a real surprise because we know that you would like us to be Gonzaga East.
Yes.
And they have produced some pretty good players. Rui's such a good player. We have we sit here and go over this. We have a hard time thinking that he'll be there when we draft. That's for sure. But he is definitely improved over his time in Spokane and with a great coaching staff. And we obviously with Domas here think highly of those guys over there. So I'd be pretty excited myself if he was there, but I don't think there's much chance of it.
Hey, Ryan Carr joins us. Do you guys right now in the room believe you know how far down the list do you believe you know where these guys are going?
I think we feel pretty good that we know 13 guys that'll be gone for sure when we pick. You may not be able to pin it like, 1 through 13 or, sometime in the first 17 picks we feel like 13 guys are gone. So that gives us about 5 picks to figure out and try to come up with a good plan of action on how we view those 5 guys, and we're working on that every day. We just had our last draft workout today, and now we turn our attention towards Thursday night.
So Ryan Carr with us, the director of player personnel for the Pacers on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Did you guys invite anybody that said no because they didn't feel or their reps didn't feel that they were going to be available at 18?
Yeah, there's a couple guys like we reach out as high as we can get. So I'm not afraid to put a call in and see if they'll come in here. But yeah, there's been a few guys. Kelton Johnson is one that would have liked to get in, but his agent feels pretty good that he's going to get picked before us. Goga Batadze, a big kid from overseas, is one that would have liked to get in, and they kind of feel that way. So those two probably would be the guys. If you're going to call, Kobe White, Zion, Ja Morant, those guys probably won't even return our calls with the 18th pick. But those would be a couple guys that we really would have liked to get in that didn't. But, last year we picked a guy that didn't come in to work out. And, if that's what we have to do because, then that's it. We work really hard for years leading up to the night to know these guys on and off the court. So, Kevin will have all the information he needs to make the pick.
Yeah, that makes it, I guess, pretty interesting, especially when you go, off the board. And I call the board here the board of the guys that you brought in to work out. How common is it that teams end up selecting somebody in round 1 that they don't bring in for a workout?
I wouldn't say it's common, but it certainly happens every year. You have guys. I mean, we thought Aaron was going to be picked by the 16th pick last year, and we were fortunate enough that he was still there, and we were confident in what we knew about him on and off the court to take the pick, and we're pretty bullish on his future here. So we'll if it makes sense, then we'll definitely do it. Just got to make the best decision that you can. And, that kind of stuff you never know until on the clock anyways, as you're going through the draft. When guys slide, we typically know the reason. There's not a lot of we work pretty hard to make sure there's not a lot of secrets. So, when a guy goes on these big slides, and it makes great TV, but unfortunately, some of it is predictable. But sometimes you luck out with a guy like Aaron, or like when we picked Granger, it was very similar. And, hopefully we can benefit off of it.
Can you tell us who you're going to pick if Holiday wasn't still there?
No, I would never say that, but we were really glad that Aaron was there. But I every year
have
they
you ever
let
been
me
asked
on the
that?
radio show, like probably only if I did an interview with you after the draft last year. That's kind of a JMV question.
I wonder if I did. I can't remember if I asked Kevin that or not last year. I would have had to.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I doubt he would have answered it even if he did.
You guys are getting a little bit more open. I will say that.
Yeah, we're trying. Yeah. I mean, they let me talk like 3 days out of the year now.
They do. I had to get like special from the authorities above, special permission to get you on here.
Always. That's right. When you get a long title like I have,
it's a long title.
Then sometimes really important people like David Benner have to okay stuff.
What's the room's thought on Romeo Langford?
We had a really good interview with him at the Combine. Really nice kid. But he hasn't been able to work out. He had that cast on his wrist. He just started kind of getting back on the floor last week, and I think he and his agent has prioritized some places probably honestly higher than where we are picking to go and visit. So there's not a lot of, in terms of, workout news or anything like that on him. He's certainly his talent and, what he did in high school and then his year at IU and battling through all that he battled through are kind of his book at this point. But, as a person, he definitely left a favorable impression, and, it'll be exciting to see where he goes.
If he's at 18, how much consideration would be in the room for him?
You'd have to ask Kevin that for sure. But he, look, he's really talented, and he has to be in the equation to some degree for sure.
How difficult is it? I mean, you're talking about a kid. I mean, you've been around here forever. I mean, you've watched him kind of grow up, and certainly you've paid attention to that 1 year down in Bloomington. How difficult is it for you guys to separate a lot of the crap and the stuff that is actually real in this case?
Yeah, and just like all the kids, I mean, our job is to make the best decision for our team, and quite honestly, remember the night that we picked Paul George and we got booed. So, at our own draft party. So, that kind of stuff, is, we don't really pay a whole lot of attention to it. Our job is to pick a kid that we think will be a good player for us, and whether he's from Indiana or anywhere else in the world, try to make that recommendation. I do think, and honestly, I'll tell you, when we're in the interview with local kids, we ask them about what do they think it would be like to play at home, and do they feel like it would be an added distraction? And there's some important questions and unique things that I think you do have to ask them about. But to be honest with you, I think it has more to do with how they feel they could handle it and what support systems they have around them as much as anything. Because obviously, a local kid who plays here, is gonna get more attention than maybe somebody else.
How different is it, the interview process that you guys do at the Combine compared to individually here for a workout?
Yeah, we do things if we haven't interviewed them at the Combine, then we will do a more formal interview here. If we have sat down and kind of asked all the questions that we needed to ask, we tend to keep it a lot more casual on their visit and just try to let them relax and be themselves and try to get to know them that way, not kind of across from a table where they feel like they're getting interrogated. So, we try to definitely have kind of a formal interview with them, but also try to get them a little more relaxed and in a casual setting as well.
I want to get to I'm not going to get deeply involved into what is to come in the next week and a half or so, and then into July. But I do want to hit the fringe of it with you in a second. Ryan Carr, by the way, joins us. But some of the local kids that dropped in for workouts that more than likely are going to be selected coming up on Thursday. I want to talk a little bit about them with you, beginning with Kyle Guy, former Mr. Basketball, had a great career, ending in a national title at Virginia. What was your impressions on Kyle Guy when he dropped in here?
Yeah, I really loved his grit. He has a little bit of an edge to him on the court that I really liked. He showed a little bit more, handles and passing ability than maybe he got to do playing really off the ball all the time at Virginia. And really his competitive nature stood out. And I think he's a kid that his whole life has kind of overcome, being the little guy and, the scrawny guy and all that stuff. And it wouldn't surprise me if he found a way to probably overcome some of that some more. We were really impressed with his workout and just him as a kid. Like we really liked the maturity he had. And it was interesting to talk to him about what happened to them in the tournament the year before and how they, kind of resolved and bounced back to this past year. Is you couldn't play for a more respectable coach than Tony Bennett. And just kind of hearing how that was dealt with and how it kind of forged him for this year was really good stuff, and will serve him well, as he starts off his pro career.
What about Chris Wilkes?
He didn't come in.
He didn't? I thought he was in here.
No. Chris didn't come in. We did interview him at the Combine for the second year in a row. We saw him play at the Combine, and we know Chris well. And, I would expect his name will be called on Thursday night as well.
Carson was in for sure. I know that. How did he look?
Yes. Yeah, Carson's a little bulldog. He's tough and just strong, and obviously everybody's seen how he can shoot and score it. He's gonna be an interesting one in terms of probably at his size gonna need to continue to develop a little bit more of balancing some playmaking with his amazing ability to score. And I think he's again another kid. These are all local kids that are you're going to hear their name called on Thursday night, and it'll be interesting whether it's here or somewhere else to watch them grow.
It's Ryan Carr, the Pacers. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. A friend of mine, Dylan Windler, who chose to go to Belmont, had a fantastic career for Coach Bird down in Nashville for Belmont. He may or may not make it into round number one. You guys had him in on the same day you had Carson in. Yeah. I'm curious your thoughts on how you think his game translates to the next level, because he's getting really nothing but love right now.
Yeah, no question. And that's no surprise from the time you meet him. Again, a lot like Kyle Guy, has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He was a golfer. He wasn't even a basketball player for a long time, and now here he is, and because of hard work, and this kid can really shoot it. He's a lefty that has a sweet stroke and a really high IQ. He's grown into a nice sized wing that once he adds some strength and to go with, he's already a pretty tough kid. He's a really good rebounder, which walking down the street you wouldn't necessarily predict. He has a chance, I think, to be a kid that wherever he's drafted could outproduce his draft spot and really have a nice career. So if he's willing to get in the weight room and keep working like he has down in at Belmont, then he has a bright future ahead of him.
So Ryan Carr, the director of player personnel for the Pacers, he's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. So when you guys are all looking at players that you're bringing in, where does outside shooting or three-point shooting rank on the list of attributes that you're looking for?
Yeah, well, nowadays it's an important part.
I was going to ask if it was number one overall or at the very top.
It's definitely important. You're not going to be able to. I shouldn't say you're not going to be able to. It's going to be really hard to field a team of all great shooters that can do everything else you need. But I'll tell you what, if you can really shoot and make shots, particularly with range, it definitely probably helps you more than maybe it has in the past because of the amount of threes that are being shot in the league, and the way that the league has evolved and continues to evolve towards that. So, it definitely catches your eye, and it doesn't erase other concerns, but it definitely goes towards a major positive.
How about absolute NBA-looking body? The dude from Florida State and then Bruno Fernando from Maryland. I think you had both of those guys in. Where does that rank?
Yeah, well, there's you still gotta play against men, and so those type of kids that are gifted with those kind of bodies and ability to play physically and set good screens and take up space defensively are important. And those guys both can do that. Daniel Gafford was another guy who from Arkansas that came in that had a good body for somebody 19, 20 years old and are going to be able to, physically handle the demands.
It's Ryan Carr with us. All right, so 18, Hachimura and Langford available. Who do you guys pick?
Well, you'd have to wait to see on Thursday night whether it's one of those or somebody else.
Hey, the other thing, I know you've heard this before, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I have described this offseason for you guys as the most challenging in the NBA. I mean, and when you're thinking about what's going on everywhere else, and it's not L.A., I mean, hell, they snap their fingers and everything all of a sudden is okay after complete FUBAR. The same can be said about New York, even though it hasn't happened yet. And I know there are a lot of other franchises that are going through some change and need to make some decisions, but it seems like everywhere you go, from the number of players with expiring contracts to guys that you need to step up and become solidly rotational to your team leader coming back from injury, there seems to be so much. Am I onto something when I describe it that way, or you guys tend to not look at it in that fashion?
Well, no, I mean, I think every off season has its own challenges, and Kevin and Chad, we all lucky to help those guys, but all year we're talking about the future and how to go about it and what are the different scenarios to make us competitive and good. And it's an endless conversation. It really is. You got, Peter and Kelly, and we're trying to come up with the ideas and the combinations of what we can do to make to help make this the best team we can make. And, we have, when you talk about Vic, he's down there working his tail off, and there's no doubt that he'll do everything to get back here as healthy and as quickly as he can. And, excited to continue to, follow that progress. But that's obviously a major piece. And then we'll do what we can to fortify the roster and make sure that we're a competitive team.
Man, now's the time when you really need the man with two brains, because he's got all that stuff, all these rules and regulations memorized.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't sleep, and he knows all that stuff. And lucky for guys like me that I can ask him, and he knows, because it's a critical skill set to have.
I've said this before too. I think every organization needs somebody, well, at least in this case, that has worked the bar at Mo and Johnny's and at Connors before too. I think that I would put that at the top of the resume if I'm the man with two brains. Around here, I would.
Yeah. Well, that's huge. I mean, I personally did a stint at Burger King when I was interning here.
No, did you?
IU degree.
Which Burger King? Which Burger King did you work at here?
South Side. Down at the south side, right by Meyer on 31 or 135 or whatever that is.
Wait a minute. It's funny. I don't think that one is even there anymore. But you worked at that.
It's not?
No, it's a Popeyes now. It's a Popeyes now.
I got to go pay my respects because I didn't even get to handle money. I had an IU business degree, couldn't handle money. I was scrubbing parking lots and mopping floors and changing the sign outside, hoping nobody that I knew would drive by at 6 a.m. in the morning, come in for breakfast, little sandwich.
Yeah.
And it was great, but I enjoyed it for the time I did it, and then was extremely lucky that Larry and Donnie thought well enough of me to start paying me minimum wage so I could not do that.
If would you have had to work longer?
Name tag, by the way.
Would you have to? Larry and Donnie pulled you out of working at Burger King back in the day.
Yes, absolutely. Wow. That's the story, and I can't believe we never talked about.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
You didn't know?
Well,
yeah, it's pretty funny, and I'm thankful for all the experiences and everything. I've been pretty fortunate in my life with some great people.
Well, Pete Dinwiddie started in ticket sales. Right? Pete Dinwiddie started in ticket sales. You started at Burger. I had no idea you were working at Burger King and interning here, and that's when you got the gig.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But that was a long time ago now. So I'm not sure I could do that anymore. But you got to do what you got to do. I wasn't going to say no to the internship. That's for sure.
Well, that's funny because that Burger King's now a Popeyes. So yeah,
I can't believe that. It kind of breaks my heart.
I'll put a little sign down there. Former place of employment of Ryan Carr of the Pacers, who's got a really long title, and we couldn't fit on the sign. Yeah.
Oh, it's all good, man. All good.
All right.
Each of our stories has a couple twists and turns.
All right, here's the deal. I want you to promise me if Hachimura is there, you guys draft him at 18, okay? If he slips down there, draft him at 18.
I cannot promise you anything except that we'll take a hard look at him.
And if you trade down, you draft Dylan, okay? The two promises I need made right here.
Maybe you should just have the long title. I don't even think they need me. I mean, it comes down. The whole draft comes down to two guys.
Here's what's funny, man. Everybody over there doesn't think I know anything, but I know a lot more than what they believe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have some fun on Thursday. Go out and get somebody that's going to work and get it done, and then we'll see what happens. I'm telling you, this off season is going to be more interesting than the regular season when it comes down to it. I mean, there's so many working parts going here and there.
It'll be fun. We're working hard to fill those holes, and Kevin always has a lot of great out of the box ideas, and we're going to see if we can help him execute some of them.
Former Burger King staff member on 135 in Greenwood, which is now at Popeyes. He is the director of player personnel for the Pacers. He's got a busy Thursday night coming up. Ryan Carr joining us. Always a pleasure, man. Keep in touch, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks, John.
I got you. Ryan Carr of the Pacers on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. That's probably got spit and who knows what. I wouldn't be. My daughter's got one of these things that covers up the mic, and it's always so nasty. You all right? I had no idea he worked at Burger King in the day, though. I didn't. Good for him, too. But that place is now a Popeyes. All right. Thank you, Ryan Carr, for joining us. Let's take a break. We shall come back. 6 o'clock, we got University in Washington, right? We got high school baseball. 6 and 8:30. University in Washington Township in the Class A final. The Class 4A is Columbus East and Hammy Southeastern. 8:30 tonight. But first things first, how about anything goes? You guys want to say whatever you want, unfiltered, the most unfiltered segment in the history of indie radio is all for you. You say whatever you want. It is anything goes at 239-1070. We will not check you in. We go directly to you. Unfiltered. Anything goes at 239-1070 next.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's Big Joe. Right now, for every window you buy, you get the next one free. No limits and 0% financing for 36 months. Call 317-659-8191 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Our customers always tell us how much they love our food. At Nameless Catering, we focus on awesome food and great service. While other companies try and figure out cutesy names or make big claims, we just focus on our food and making parties awesome. At Nameless Catering, we don't play pricing games, which makes it easy to get the final price for your next event. Check out namelesscatering.com to see our full menu. Food so good, it doesn't need a name. Nameless Catering.
Fast, reliable internet. Is that important to your business?
We couldn't work without it.
At Comcast Business, we go beyond fast with amazing solutions and a great deal.
What kind of solutions?
Well, how about automatic 4G LTE backup for complete reliability?
I like the sound of that. What else?
Powerful Wi-Fi that keeps your employees connected, and bandwidth you can allocate between your customers and employees.
I didn't know Comcast Business did that.
Oh, I'm not done yet. Advanced voice solutions at affordable prices. How about business TV that keeps customers entertained?
Okay, I'm convinced. But didn't you say something about a great deal?
Right now, get started with 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month for 2 years when you add 2 voice mobility lines and sign up for EcoBill and automatic payment. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Monthly service charge increases by $10 without EcoBill and auto pay. Offer in 6/21/19. Restrictions apply. New business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment taxes and fees extra. Subject to change. Backup limited to update hours.
Hey, John here for 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. 844 1 Hour. Great time. Great time to make sure that your cooling unit's working the way that it should. That's 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning at 844 1 Hour. The experts come in, check it all up, you get a thumbs up, and boom! You're ready for when, well, real summer begins, because this is not it. This is like April Junior going on right now. The real summer is coming, and you're going to need your cooling unit working the way that it should. So get 1 hour in there right now. That's 844 1 Hour. Tell them I sent you. 844 1 Hour today.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. When mortgage interest rates drop this low and home values are rising at the fastest pace in over a decade, people want options. And at the Home Loan Expert office, that's exactly what we give you. We do conventional, jumbo, FHA, VA. We have loans with no down payment and no PMI. We also do loans where you don't have to verify any income. The 5-minute loan approval only available at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC and NMLS number 1326241.
I'm Drew. I think freedom and financial stability go hand in hand.
At KeyBank, we believe it's never too early to start thinking about making financial progress.
As a college student, I run into a lot of expenses, so having a bank that helps me to manage my personal finances helps a lot.
KeyBank's digital tools help you make, then manage your budget, so you always know where you stand.
Budgeting your money isn't always the easiest thing, but by using the KeyBank mobile app and seeing where your money's being spent on a regular basis, it allows you to establish the amount of money that you can put towards different things. And that's more money that you can spend on things that you care about. To have freedom to spend your money the way you want to, the only way you can do that is by being financially stable.
Get $300 when you open a qualifying checking account and set up direct deposit. Offer details at key.com/get300 or your local branch. Must be enrolled in online banking to use the mobile app. Message and data rates from your wireless provider may apply. KeyBank is member FDIC.
June is Men's Health Month, and locally owned Men's Health Solutions is here to help. ED issues? Physicians at Men's Health Solutions offer multiple options, many at a lower price than you find at other local clinics. Just a $75 initial appointment fee that includes a test dose of medication and sample meds with no further commitments. You'll know the same day if it works, so what do you have to lose? ED treatment doesn't have to be expensive. Men's Health Solutions, 317-975-3945. menshealthsolutions.us.
For a great time on the water, take a midweek staycation at Four Winds Lakeside in Marina on beautiful Lake Monroe. From wave runners to pontoon boats, Four Winds has over 50 rental boats for a super fun day on the water. While you're there, enjoy hiking, mini golf, and heated indoor-outdoor pool. Book that midweek staycation today. 3 nights for just $249. You can book online at fourwindslakeside.com or call 812-824-BOAT. Four Winds Lakeside in Marina. Tell them JMV sent you.
The Ride.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
With JMV.
All right, let's go Unfiltered Radio. Call-in show right here. You want to do it? Oh, man, there's somebody out there that say they do and they don't. This is real. This is real and this is spectacular. Anything goes. 239-1070. You don't get a check-in at all. You just call. Boom. I bring you on and you say whatever the hell that you want to regarding what we've talked about today, what we haven't talked about today, just whatever the hell you want to talk about. It's my way, your way, anything goes. 239-1070. Let's go line 1. You're on the air. Who's this?
Matthew.
Matthew, hello. How are you?
I'm good. Is this JMV?
This is JMV, Matthew. Thank you for calling. Go.
This is Paul Black's grandson.
This is who?
Paul Black's grandson.
I gotcha. Well, say hello, please.
Yes, I certainly will.
Go ahead.
Have you guys been talking about the NBA?
We have all day.
Well, I just wanted to say that I do hope the Pacers do well next season because, especially we should be getting Oladipo back and just a crazy final series with Durant and Thompson going down and I honestly wanted a Game 7. I
wanted one too. I didn't want the year to end, honestly, the basketball year to end. So I didn't. I'm with you. Yep.
No, me neither.
All right. Well, hey, you tell Paul I said hello.
Oh, you bet.
Thank you.
I certainly will.
Thank you. Call anytime. Say anything goes at 239-1070. Line 2. Who is this?
This is Scott.
Hello, Scott. Go ahead.
So this is me bitching about TV coverage.
Go ahead.
Saturday night, I want to watch the frickin' U.S. Open. And I understand that the weather runs TV stations now as opposed to sports. But when all the heavy weather was down in Bloomington and Columbus and down that way, which I feel for the people dealing with the weather, I think they have TV stations down there too.
No, they don't really. They don't. No, these are the TV stations they watch. Yeah, these are.
They're dependent on Fox 59.
If Guardian Radar doesn't have it on, then everybody's hosed. It's just like 1950 down there. So keep that in mind. And they're public. They provide a public service on this. All right, and it's not even so much that the weather's selling. It is these were really bad situations. I mean, the weather sells during your normal newscast anyway. I mean, there's no question about that.
Well, yeah.
But this is different. This is different. I mean, it really is. And yeah, Bloomington and Columbus have to count on Indianapolis for their weather coverage. So that's the way it is.
Well, then I take back my criticism and some of the things I was saying at the TV.
No, you have to, man.
The U.S. Open was being, I don't know if you watched any of it. But
I did. We'll say this. Like my friends at Eastern Green, where there were some tornadoes down there, they can also watch Channel 2 and Channel 10. But I don't even know if they have radar over there. I'm assuming they do. So I'm in Terre Haute. You have to cover this no matter where that it is, man. You got to keep everybody safe.
They went side by side, but the challenging thing is my wife heard me complaining at the TV was you go side by side, but then you're watching and you can't hear it. And the one part where the screens overlapped is what covered up what they were shooting for and what their score was. So it was kind of like you were watching golf in the dark.
Yep, we're keeping everybody safe, my brother. Thank you for the call and keeping everybody safe. Line 3 is anything goes. Who's this?
This Jim.
Go, Jim.
Hey, I got a house in Bloomington that I'm going to close on here in a couple of weeks, and it's right on 46, and the tornado was heading right for that, it looked like, and then I got one in Columbus that right off of 46, and it was heading that way too. 20 minutes later. So
so it went straight across What you're saying is it went from Bloomington to Columbus, and the same weather system or tornadic activity hit or sidestep both of your homes for sale.
Yeah, I'm so well. Not the one I'm living in, but anyway.
Did he have any damage?
No damage.
Go buy a lottery ticket, man. Buy a lottery ticket for that stuff.
The 46 was flooded across there, and they had to close 46 because I made it through just in time, and they closed 46 in between there, just on their side of Nashville. But the reason I called though was I get so tired of people littering. On that house 46, I can pick up a black trash bag full of trash in a week's time, and it's just ridiculous. And I don't know why people got to throw trash.
You're nothing but a jackass if you throw garbage out the window. Nothing but a jackass. Yeah.
And I pick up that, week after week, and it just gets old, and I just get so tired of it.
Yeah.
And I just wish people would respect where they live more, and and throw it out in their own yard if that's what they want to do with it.
I'm telling you, you look in the mirror, because if you toss garbage out your moving car, truck, or van window, then you are a jackass. There's no doubt.
Yep.
Thank you for the call.
Jamie.
Appreciate that. That's true. That is true. Hey, JMV, tell that guy that we have a jacket-off weather coverage. It was jacket-off weather on Saturday. And, I mean, everybody, the Indianapolis stations reach a long way here, and that's about it. So, got to do it. I mean, believe me, these guys aren't working it for ratings or anything. They're providing the community a service that is necessary. And I know I sound like that I'm sniffing their butt. I don't care otherwise, but that's true. Now, during the newscast, they'll do it 19 times in the weather because they know everybody's watching for it. I mean, that's why they do it in the newscast. Like Angela Buckman will be on there 25 times, and Dave Calabro will get out there and be out there for 35 seconds. That's for ratings. That's because they believe that's what you want to see. But in those severe weather situations, that's community service, and that's what they should be all about and are all about, hopefully. Unless they're jackasses. Line 5's anything goes. Who's this?
JMV?
Hello. Go ahead.
This is Silver Fox with an update with Stinky Business.
Go ahead, man. Go.
Was out Sunday with Stinky Business and Abe Lakin. And I tell you what, it was nice to be on the water. What do you think about that?
So how you were out Saturday?
Sunday.
You're on Lake Monroe Sunday. It doesn't seem like a good time to be on Lake Monroe Sunday.
No, I was on Raccoon Sunday, and it was beautiful.
Oh, you're on Raccoon Lake on Sunday. Oh.
Yep, but we'll be moving down to Monroe soon.
So Stinky moves around, huh? You got Stinky on a trailer? All right. Stinky's on a trailer. I got you.
Great time, man.
We'll be looking for it, Lake Monroe, tied up, I don't know, somewhere in the Cove or whatever over there at some point.
Oh, we'll be all over the place.
I think I'm going to ask Tony. I want to go down there coming up this weekend, so I'm thinking about going this weekend.
If it's nice, we'll head there.
All right, my brother. I appreciate that. Thanks for the call. Stinky's tied up on Raccoon Lake. Line 4, who's this? Anything goes. Go ahead.
Hey, JMV.
Hello. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Manny, man. How you doing, man?
Great. How are you doing? It's great to hear from you.
I'm good, man. Hey, man, I'm on this road, man. These roads, man. I'm so backed up right now, bro. It's been terrible. Hey, man, I got a couple of things for you, man. I hope you had a good Father's Day, too, man.
I did. I didn't do jack squat yesterday, so damn right, like Ice Cube once said, it was a damn good day. Yes.
Hey, man, I'm glad you brought up Ice Cube because I was getting ready to mention, man, Ice Cube was on your show.
Yes.
A couple of weeks ago, man. Did he drop you any tickets, man, for the basketball game?
You know, it is funny. I have not. I don't have any right now, and it's this weekend, and I would have thought that there would be something happening right now, but there's nothing happening right now. Yeah, nothing. I mean, really, if I hadn't talked about it, you wouldn't even know that thing is going on.
Man, that's big. That's huge, man. I'm a big fan of that, man.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I love it. And the second thing is, man, you hear anything about Hammer? Is Hammer still coming, man?
Here's what I got for you. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, you called in, and you wanted the Hammer tickets, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next week, I'm going to give those away. You make sure you call in next week and remind me, and I'm going to give you a pair. All right, give you a pair. I got Hammer tickets next week, and I got a pair just for you.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hey,
absolutely.
JMV, you suck, man.
There's no doubt about that, but I'm taking care of you when it comes to tickets. If you want to see Hammer and turn this mother out, I'm taking care of you. If you want to see Kitten play, I'm taking care of you. Do I need to go here? I mean, it really doesn't matter, though, right? I mean, I'm pushing it a little bit further because we're going to bail at the tail end of this anyway. See, I got a memo the other day that stated, do not do anything goes longer than one segment. Yeah. Which normally I just go on that, but wait a minute. Let me consider that. All right. Is that good? But no, seriously. So I'm gonna extend this. Is that okay? Give me a bottom line time that I can extend it, and we're still bailing by 6. 48. Yeah, because we don't have the race of the day today. So yeah, I think I can do it. Line 1's anything goes. Who's this? Hey, this is John. Who's this?
Hey, John.
Hello there. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I didn't know what line I was on. This is East Side Al, bad and badder guy.
I got you, East Side Al. Go ahead.
How you doing, John?
Great. Go ahead.
Love your show. Hey, just a sidebar on the Pacers, man. I'm an old guy. I sat front row down at the Coliseum when it was a red, white, and blue ball.
Holy crap! How old are you, East Side Al? You like 105 years old, East Side Al?
I'm real close. I'm a 76.
Holy crap! All right, that's awesome. Go ahead.
There you go. Hey, I just got a little. I've had this on my mind a long time. I think I know Indianapolis likes the paycheck and they need it from the Simon family. I don't think we'll ever have an NBA championship team as long as the Simon family is connected with the Pacers. That's just my opinion.
I'm not going to hold my breath for one anytime soon, but I don't want to say that. It's become increasingly more difficult. And I mean, you just like here, it's just different. You got to do basically everything right around here. You do to even give yourself a chance. I don't know if that has to do any more with ownership. But I don't know. You've been around here longer than I have, but.
I know there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, man. So
I just somebody said that a little bit earlier, and I just kind of worry about the now and not worry about how this is going to transpire 15 so years down the road. But I get what you're saying. I do. I do get what you're saying.
All right, hey, bud, you got the show. I'll hang up.
That's awesome, Eastside Al. Thank you. Man, I don't want to think about that. I only been there once. And forever anyway, since the ABA days. That was in 2000. That was 19 years ago. Because I remember I'm on my way back. See, today's my 19th anniversary being married. I'm on my way back. And that Game 6 was going on while we were in the air on the now defunct America West direct flight from Vegas to Indy. America West. On the way out there, we went to Phoenix because that was the hub, right? Of America West, and when Phoenix to Vegas, there's nothing worse than Phoenix to Vegas, straight up and straight down. There's nothing more puke-worthy than that. And I've got cocktails in me, and woo, straight up and woo, straight down. It's like a damn local county carnival ride that some toothless dude just put together with a wrench. It's like riding the scrambler upside down. That's true. Man, Eastside Al just bummed me out. It is increasingly tougher to do it, though. I mean, it is. Well, what about Toronto? I know, but they rolled the dice when they had the opportunity to roll the dice and made it happen. You got to give them nothing but credit. I hope Eastside Al's not right. All right. Do I need to go now? All right. Quick break and we'll come back. Hey, number 7, 239-1070. Go see Buck Cherry. I almost said Uncle Buck Cherry. That's funny. Go see Buck Cherry at the Mira Old National Center on us. Got 2 tickets for you, 239-1070. The show is next week. Got to thank my friends Jimmy the gang over at the Mira Old National Center. Buck Cherry. We're all lit up again on the couch with our friends next week. Caller 7, 239-1070. We'll close it up next.
Join us Thursday, July 4th for the IPL Downtown Freedom Fest. Kids will love the Royal Penn Entertainment Kids area with face painting, carnival games, and more. Details at 1070thefan.com.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Baptist Heating and Air.
Dad wants me to make an ABC commercial. A stands for air conditioning, B stands for Baptist, C stands for quick. No, honey, Q is for quick. You could use C for comfortable. And you could also say D for dial now. Oh, A is for air conditioning, B is for Baptist, C is for comfortable, and D is for dial now.
For your HVAC needs from A to Z, call 782-1900.
Baptist Heating and Air is your trusted local independent American Standard dealer.
Chronic headaches, constant sinus infections, pain and pressure. The fatigue was overwhelming.
That's Karen. She suffered for years with chronic sinus infections. She'd go to urgent care, see her doctor.
And we would do the same thing. Steroids, antibiotics, nasal sprays.
Now, her issues are gone. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of Indianapolis Sinus Center called balloon sinuplasty.
Now my sinus cavities are open. You can breathe on a constant basis and not get sinus infections. I don't get headaches anymore. I don't take naps anymore. I'm like, oh, this is miraculous.
Do you suffer with chronic sinus infections, facial pain, pressure? Is it difficult to breathe through your nose? Find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Set an appointment today with the Indianapolis Sinus Center. Call 317-528-9650. 317-528-9650. That's 317-528-9650.
Hey, this is Dan Dockage for Steffi Hadaway Insurance. Did you know Steffi Hadaway sells life insurance? If you're like a lot of people and think you've waited too long or can't afford a life insurance policy, then you should talk to Mike Steffi and his team at Steffi Hadaway Insurance. They represent dozens of life insurance companies who can tailor a life insurance policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call Steffi Hadaway at 317-334-3743 today or shiagency.com.
Your anniversary is a special occasion. Celebrate it with a unique gift of fine jewelry created by Shane Company's own world-class design team. We have hundreds of anniversary rings with natural diamonds, rubies, and sapphires. Our exclusive pendants always get compliments. Choose from a variety of classic and modern styles. Or select the perfect tennis bracelet. We hand match each stone to achieve consistent sparkle. Whether it's been 1 year, 20 years, 50 or more, come to Shane Company to shop the largest selection of jewelry in the widest range of prices. With our superior quality standards, your anniversary gift is made to last forever. And with the best warranty in the business, no one makes a lifetime commitment to your lifetime commitment like Shane Company. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Let's get you the best water ever, Connecticut. And by the way, the proud sponsor of the Backyard Bourbon broadcast with JMV, of course, Connecticut Water, the official hydration. But I'm thinking about getting you the best water right now. And, a week or so back, we did the customer appreciation event, and we're holding over the great prices on the Premier Series water softener and the in-home drinking water station from Connecticut. Joe, John, and Dennis got the best deals right now, so take advantage of the best prices of the year on the best water possible with Connecticut. Premier Series water softener, in-home drinking water station with my friends at Connecticut. 2 locations, Northeast Side, Castleton, US 31 Southport Road on the south side. Online, ConnecticutND.com.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ever look at your paycheck and think, there's gotta be a better way? Well, here's some news. There is, and I can show it to you. I'm Paula Sajan, star of A&E's hit TV show, Flip This House. My brother and I have taught thousands of people how to start making money in real estate. Now, it's your turn. Next week, we're conducting a free 2-hour educational workshop right here in the Indianapolis area, where you'll hear about my proven flipping systems that help you start flipping homes for profit in your spare time using other people's money, and how to get started flipping the script by putting money in your pocket with income opportunities. Real estate is a powerful tool that has made millions of people wealthy, but you can't start making your first dollar until you take your first step. Come to my free workshop and take advantage of this amazing opportunity. It can mean a lifetime of financial security.
To get 2 free tickets to Paul's workshop, text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Seating is extremely limited, so text your 5-digit zip code to 37,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and you'll also reserve a free copy of Paul's Money for Deals guide. Just text your zip code to 37,000.
And now, a thought from Geico Motorcycle.
It took you 15 minutes to order a California roll in California.
Yes, one California roll, please.
All right. And be severely underwhelmed by the California roll experience.
Excuse me, is this fresh-caught crab stick?
To add insult to injury, you could have used those 15 California roll minutes to switch your motorcycle insurance to Geico.
Ah, well then.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on motorcycle insurance.
Soccer Saturday featuring Indy 11. If this is your football, this is your show. Saturday at 9 on The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
What in God's name is going on in here?
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Hey, who's going to go see Buck Cherry, Kyle? Uh-oh, let me sing this. Hold on. I'm on a plane with cocaine, and yes, I'm all lit up again. Cough up, love, and touch up. Your mama said packing lines is a sin. Yes, I'm all lit up again on the couch in my bed. And yes, I'm all lit up again. Fly in. I love the cocaine. I love the cocaine. There you go. The spoken word Buck Cherry right there. You guys were all waiting on it. My thanks to Ryan Carr, the Pacers player personnel director, for joining us a podcast. We got a lot in there that 5 o'clock hour. 1070thefan.com. And whoever's going to go see Buck Cherry, you're not going to get anything better than the spoken word version I just gave you, but it'll be fun. Mirah next week. We got more tickets coming up on tomorrow's show. I don't know what else is on tomorrow's show yet, but it's way too damn early to know what's on tomorrow's show yet, unless you do.
Bonzi Wells.
Bonzi Wells is on tomorrow.
It's coming on tomorrow, 5 o'clock.
Bonzi Wells tomorrow, Big 3 coming up this weekend, Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Bonzi Wells on tomorrow's show. Well done. We got baseball coming up on the other side. I'm assuming that the weather is good enough for them to be playing the Class A final. University in Washington Township. Class 4A, Columbus East and Hamilton Southeastern. It's a 6 and 8:30 double dip right here. You guys are awesome today. Thanks for listening, participating. We'll find out who's going to have the first Backyard Bourbon broadcast brought to you by Evan Williams. It's coming up on tomorrow's show. We're going to be at somebody's backyard with 30 of their friends on Friday. We'll unleash the beast tomorrow. High school baseball championship style. Other side next. Have a great night.
Running a business, you've relied on the big machine to keep your internet and voice services worry-free. But one day, your voice and internet stop working, costing you customers by the minute. So you place a call to the big machine, and you hear, "Hold the line." After several transfers and hearing,
"Oh, I am sorry, but you have the wrong department. Hold, please."
you realize you're with the wrong company. You call Teltec.
This is Teltec owner Troy Brassell. At Teltec, we take great pride in providing professional, hands-on support. Established businesses like Whole Heating and Air and Carson Agency continue to experience the benefits of Teltec's customer care.
If you're a business of 10 to 200 employees or more, Teltec invites you to put an end to your reliance on the big machine and contact Teltec for a free review today. 317-390-8585 and click on simple123.biz. That's simple123.biz. Teltec.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to